Snap.
Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene will take place in the colloquially named Agrabah Nights, a known mage hangout located in the centre of the city, just off Grafton Street. It's funny sometimes how rain can make you feel even dirtier when you step outside rather than clean. It's almost as if as it sluices down your face, dampens your hair, and soddens your clothing, like it's judging you. Like this is the judgment of some higher being who is determined that you're too unclean to even step into their world. And so it is that they send forth the deluge in order to wash away the filth that cannot come clean. Some people are feeling like that this evening as they trudge through the heavy torrential rains. Some people have made decisions that haunt them. Some people just want to live another day. Agrabah Nights itself is located up a set of stairs. A large wooden door, a large green painted wooden door, stands outside with a simple sign reading Agrabah Nights. No one except the awakened community ever seems to even realize it's there, but there it is. As you enter the establishment and walk up those stairs, you will be greeted by a tent flap, akin to if you were stepping into a canvas tent. Once that is pulled aside, you will enter. The area in which you stand is dressed, and indeed appears to be almost done in the style of a Bedouin traveling tent. My, it smells like spices in here. Saffron, juniper, memories. So, here we are. Here we stand. Some of the mages here, as I say, came here maybe to forget. Some came here to remember. But then again, that is entirely for them. We'll do the introductions as you appear on my screen because it's easier. So, Daniela, you'll go first.
Okay. So probably after a long day of getting off the ship and going back, Daniela will be seen entering the store with her same usual attire, a hooded jacket, some black some black clothes underneath with a baggy pair of pants and a backpack, and then that's all she seems to have these days. And she'll look towards one of the members there of Agrabah Nights and ask to see if she can't get somewhere to sit.
Okay. Next on our little cavalcade. By the way, if you guys are entering in groups, that's entirely fine. Just let me know. When I call out your name, just say, I'm actually coming with them. So next on my list is, God damn it, Skolin, you're not Scotty.
I mean, you can't prove that, but okay.
You're next.
Stephanos is just going to walk in. He's got a book bag, nice and proof against the rain. Just going to find himself a seat. He'll look around, spot Daniela, and probably gravitate in her direction, but he doesn't seem inclined to say anything just yet. Just sits down, orders some tea, and starts reading.
Okay. Next is going to be Lottie and Sketch. I assume they will arrive together because science. Science!
Yeah, Sketch will walk in, brushing the rain off his jacket and popping down the hood from it. And just shrug and look around the bar and just look over at Lottie and just kind of walk towards it, going to order a drink.
My. Daylight come and you want
to go home.
Okay, she's clearly AFK. Next, we have a Katie. Katie.
Oh, God.
Katie.
You do have a Katie. And unlike all these people walking and feeling ways in the rain, at least one person here brought a goddamn umbrella. Mostly because, let's face it, what is it, Kilmore, would have had nothing to do with her if she hadn't brought an umbrella.
You're not wrong. Judgmental bird is judgmental.
He is quite. So she will be a new face walking into this place for the first time. Though she will, of course, politely stow the umbrella as soon as she gets to the door, flicking it a couple times just outside, and folding it firmly before she goes through, because after all, bad luck. And yeah, so an umbrella folded in hand, she will part the tent. Be careful to do so just enough that it fits her and her shoulder buddy, who is a big, grumpy raven. And we'll kind of ease in, glancing around, eye patch and all, and just kind of taking the place in. Probably taking a couple steps from the door as she does so to make sure she doesn't get bumped into, but otherwise,
I don't think that they have eyeballs.
Oh, probably not.
Well, a bird can help.
Can. She will give him conciliatory, kind of finger rubs up under the ruff of his feathers.
Okay. Next we will have Kevin.
Kevin walks in, sits down. Food and water. And that's it.
Okay. Next we will have Glasspaw.
He will just walk in, black hoodie, skull mask face on, goes to the counter, sits down next to Kevin, taps the bar. Black tea, 2 sugars.
Okay. Next we will have Mr. Collins. Welcome to the city, sir.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome.
So walking up to the door, Mr. Collins dressed in a nice suit of fine wool, tailored silk shirt. He has an umbrella.
I have to ask, sir, is that seersucker or is it only meersucker? Continue.
No, it's not a seersucker because it's too cold here. Because light linen in this weather would be a poor choice of words.
I loved him already. Continue.
So he will walking up. He has spirit psych active on. What his Vidare's Vidare Mortem. What does the guard look like?
The guard appears to be an incredibly powerful manifested spirit.
He will walk up, nod over towards the manifested individual. This little bit of respite open to all of us?
Indeed it is, Sadiq. You're more than welcome to enter.
Thank you. Your hospitality is fantastic. Pass it along to your boss.
I would be more than pleased to inform him, Sadiq.
Nod. And by the way, what does Sadiq mean?
It means honorable sir or great gentleman.
Well, thank you, Sadiq, for you are kind and generous. And he will walk in. As he walks in, he will close his umbrella, and he will shake off the excess water on the outside. And as he walks up the stairs, he will use it like a cane. And he will, as he walks, he uses the umbrella traditionally like a cane, and he will use the umbrella to part the curtain in front of him as he walks through.
By the time you have reached, because I can do this because you have marks of favor, by the time you have reached the top of the stairs, it is no longer an umbrella that is in your hand. It is a cane with a very fancy skull monogram top.
He just smiles. Oh, Dad, you always look out for me.
Okay.
And then, is there an actual bar, or is it just, I don't remember? Or is it just like pillows and hookahs and various bars?
It's pillows, hookahs, and I'm going to say there's an actual bar at this point with a bartender standing behind it, a rather beautiful young woman with turquoise eyes and long black hair tied up in a tight ponytail as her face is covered by a silken veil. Because I think people wanted a bar, so a bar will exist.
So, as he walks through the curtain, he will take off his hat. He will place it under his right arm, or his left arm, and walk over towards the bar, sit down. And he will nod to the others present and look at the bartender. What you got?
I assure you, we have exactly what it is you want, Sadiq.
Exactly what I want?
Absolutely. You merely have to wish, and so it is.
And he'll nod. Clemens Family Moonshine from 1937.
It will
The
be
August batch.
It will be as you say, Sadiq. You will see her kneel down, and she will withdraw a large clay kiln-style jug from under the bar and pour you a finger into a shot glass.
Shit on me. Thank you.
As I said, Sadiq, we exist to serve.
Is she also a spirit?
She is.
This just gets fancier and fancier. As he says, and he will sip his glorious, glorious moonshine.
That is fine. Last but certainly not least, because I kept this to create dramatic suspense. Haha! It's called foreshadowing. Yuki, finger guns.
Yuki walks in the bar. She looks like she walked all the way here without an umbrella. Her hair is soaked. Her pants are soaked. Her jacket is, well, it's leather, so it's not soaked, but it probably doesn't look like it's in the greatest shape. And for a moment, she looks really worried. And then she looks around the room and she sees Sketch. And her face changes. And she runs over to him.
Sketch be like mid taking a drink, probably hasn't seen Collins come in, kind of, just standing beside Lottie, and then he hears bam, 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 and like looks over his shoulder and his eyes kind of bulge.
Sketch, you are tackle hugged by a wild Yuki.
Yeah, kind of hits into the bar thing and kind of just stares, like, what? It's that kind of like, you are.
What? That looked like it hurt.
Looks at Lottie. We didn't date. You're here.
I woke up at a bus stop and it was just me. And I started to call you, but I couldn't push the last two numbers.
Right.
I didn't think I would see you again.
Okay, kids, I'm going to assume a whole bunch of sites are about to be turned on.
Yeah.
I got a whole fucking load of them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like
Everyone.
I expected this to happen.
Alrighty.
Lottie had like dribbled out the drink she was drinking. Like there's cider dripping down her shirt now. Just
Then Lottie comes to a
I get-
horrible realization. Lottie, you're wasting apples.
She's also
fair.
having issues. I imagine she's got some eating disorders going on.
That's fair. If you guys want to write down what sites you're going to put on in the chat, because I'm going to be bombarded with these, and I probably have to recite what.
Well, I botched my meditation roll, so she can't focus right now.
That's fair.
So never mind about my request for now.
No worries. So, okay, as I say, just throw them down in the chat. Let me know what you're throwing up.
I accidentally put it in the wrong channel. I'll leave it there.
Gonna do some mind poking shit.
Mine. Mm-mm.
Daniela will whisper to Stefanos, "You may want to turn on whatever sites you have."
Yeah, I have mine on all the time usually.
Fair enough.
Okay. I will throw Spirit there immediately. Yuki's presence reads entirely validly like a mage. 110%. She is a normal mage. From what you can see through the spirit side, her soul is well and healthy. However, hers is not the only spiritual presence you can see.
Oh boy.
Does anyone have life sight up?
Oh, she's gonna do it right now. Shit. No, Discord, why? Give me a second to see if
No,
Lottie
Discord,
can
why?
fight.
Danielle will
Discord
try
just-
again with just a gesture and try to turn on life and mind instead.
Okay.
Fuck.
She'll use a gesture to do that. 2 successes, and we'll go for one more roll.
Meditation.
3 successes, 2 into effect, 1 into duration.
Awesome. I'll wait for Lottie to complete hers.
And we'll try one more time. And
From the perspective of every other site, Jewel will appear normal. Mine site, she will appear normal. I know what Sketch is going to try and do. There will be no pings, as I previously described them.
Okay.
However, for life site,
Let's see.
I'll wait and see if Lottie gets it.
Can you use a willpower?
Yeah, you can.
Using willpower. Fuck.
Okay.
So there's
Sweet.
no
2
trace.
success.
Excellent. For those of you who have life sight, how to describe this? She also has 2 life signatures. One that is hers, and one that is located roughly around her stomach.
Daniela begins to look kind of like as if she has like the biggest "what the fuck" look on her face, looking at Yuki.
Good question, Lottie. You
Lottie's
cluing in me?
gonna Sketch do the life site.
I did forces of mind because, well, last time that happened, it was a bomb. You know what I mean?
It was
That's
a
the first thought.
So Lottie is actually gonna kind of step a little bit in between them. Hey Yuki, how are you feeling?
Lottie, what's going on?
I kind of want to know too.
I feel okay.
What bus stop? What bus stop?
She will give like an approximate location, like streetwise, of the bus station she woke up in, and describe it as actually a very nice bus station.
Okay.
I don't remember anything that happened after I went into stasis, but
Have you ever seen Alien? Just like a question. Have you ever seen that movie? Sketch, have you?
Yeah. I've seen it. Why?
Have you ever seen the third one?
No.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
familiar with the concept, but I haven't seen the third movie.
No. So, funny thing is, during third one, aliens trying to kill everybody. Not Sigourney Weaver, for some reason. It was a very important reason. She had the queen, facehugger got to her. Please tell me y'all have been Sketch, question.
what?
Is there any chance at all that you put a bun in the oven?
There's a momentary where Sketch EXE has stopped working. It's like, did you just what? And then he'll lean down.
Collins
got
will
a
slide
technocrat
his
bit in
shot,
there.
slide his shot glass over to the woman who just sat next to him. Just like, none of my business. Here you go.
Morgan
And
has
a drink
discovered
up.
that there's an edamame here and is nibbling. And hey, shot, bucket.
Evan, what does the life signature look like?
Human.
Huh.
Does it have its own spirit signature yet, or prime?
That's an interesting question. I don't actually know under the cosmology if spirits are present in the womb, because that would raise a whole bunch of questions I don't want to answer. So
That's an ethical
What?
dilemma that should not be discussed.
yes,
Gray area. Moving on.
yes.
Um,
I can't actually answer half of that question. As for a prime signature, Holy Mary, Mother of God, yes,
Overly strong?
yes,
Does it have a mind?
not yet.
Hmm.
It is also, because you have life set up, you can tell. If you had to guess, it's roughly about the equivalent of 2 months old in terms of its gestation.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
Because Yuki, you're carrying. you're holding packages.
Yuki nods her head. Yeah, I guessed that from the questions you were asking.
Yeah, I mean, I never noticed before. I haven't noticed in the last 2 months.
I very much doubt it's that. Let's be real
No,
here.
it's yeah, just hoping, fingers crossed. Y'all were in the Umbra. Time was weird.
Everyone who has spirit sight, the room, visibly from an umbral perspective, darkens, as in light is physically being sapped from the room.
Look. He will grab his cane and turn on his seat, and he's gonna just grab his shot back and finish it.
Continue. I just had to say that.
And he will be peering around.
Sketch. What happened?
Yeah. This is probably not the place to talk about it. Looks around the
You're
bar like
cured,
this is
though.
way too fucking public.
Kevin's just sitting there
She's
eating
cured,
some
though.
nice challah bread, drinking
How
some
did she get
water.
cured, Sketch?
Water?
Sketch.
What?
You said that she had some sort of weird zombie thing, right?
Yeah.
She she doesn't have it anymore.
For those of you with forces, the temperature in the room drops by 6 degrees.
And the rest can feel it.
I was going to say,
Yes,
isn't that enough that the rest of us would feel it?
Oh yes, but it's more so the fact they can immediately sense the temperature drop because it happens like boop boop. But the rest of
Excellent.
you will feel it in a few. The rest of you will feel it in a few minutes.
I think we should go home, Scotch.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely go home.
Yeah.
I'm really,
Yeah.
really glad you're okay, Yuki. We were all good hoe to come and find you.
For those of you with Prime activated, a
Yes.
Prime signature of incredible power is making its way up the stairs.
Okay.
However, the Prime signature is black.
Whoa.
A shout from your friendly Skullface mask go likes, everyone, problems coming, and he just points to the stair. Huge fucking
Right.
problem.
Guess I better enjoy this bread then.
Is
Activating arcane.
Hiding behind the counter.
I was going to say, the real
Me
questions
too.
here are A, are a bunch of people reacting, and B, is there anything keeping me from just hopping over the bars, sitting back down, and going back to my edamame?
I have
No,
already
nothing at all.
hiding behind the bar.
the next
Come
question
hide with
I have
me.
is: does this feel familiar? Look at my
No.
other merits.
Hang on. No, it does not feel familiar.
Okay. And
Kevin,
he is gonna
I'll- Go for it,
pull
dude.
out a cigarette, and he's gonna light it.
A few moments later, you will see the bouncer physically thrown through the tent flap with such force that his body will smash into the bar and nearly break in half.
Holy fuck.
Oh
okay.
boy.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh,
nope.
boy.
Nope.
Nope. Fuck.
Morgan's
Sketch, we're
before-
leaving.
Before
Yuki,
this woman
we're
will very
leaving.
before this woman will very calmly step through the door.
Look at bartender. Look at woman.
Kevin will see the only visible exit blocked by this entity. See the crumpled bar employee, we'll call it that. Someone assumably of great power and force crumpled on the floor. Instead of getting up, establishing himself in the room, will continue to sit and eat this delicious bread.
It
Good
is
man.
delicious bread. You can tell that was baked fresh this morning.
Ah, perfect.
Very calmly, the figure will put its hand on its hip, and it will say, my. How wonderful to see you again, Miss Yuki.
We'll look at Yuki
I
from
start
underneath
back
the
and
counter.
forth.
Yuki
Looking at the woman, which
stand
the
up.
woman is looking.
Why are you standing up? Why is she standing up?
Faust.
Yes.
Danielle like has a look of what the fuck on her face.
For those of you who can see, the negative quintessence from this thing, it's leaching into the ground from where it's standing. It's as black as night, and oh Jesus, I don't even want to. Adam, what would the resonance of this thing be? I wonder.
Oh boy.
What has this creature done? Answer yourself in 7. What has this creature done, and how does it reflect their magical nature? And you can describe the resonance from there. That's really all resonance is.
I am the darkness who turned his back upon God. Fear me, pathetic mortals.
Quickly, someone bring the choristers, please.
He will very calmly level a finger at Yuki, and she will say, "Your debt to me will soon become due."
I understand.
Yuki,
I didn't
did you
expect
borrow
you soon.
$50?
Yep.
Please tell me you just borrowed $50.
Smoke.
Lottie. Yuki will shake her head at Lottie. No, I didn't. It was much more valuable.
Pokes head out from under counter. Just a little bit.
What does her mind look like, and what is her life signature like?
Do you have spirit active?
No, I do not.
Okay. From an ordinary perspective of looking at her body, she is a normal, ordinary woman. The perspective of spirit, holy sweet Jesus, Mother of God, that is like an abyssally powerful spirit riding a body.
Does it have the word infernalism over it?
Yes. That word that I said you could recognize if you saw it, yes.
Oh, my.
Blinking brightly with neon lights and go-go girls underneath it.
Actually, no. Stephanos, you actually get a really weird thought go through your head.
I remember the name.
No. But you now think, holy sweet gods that I worship, this is what they were. This is what they fear. I can see why they know fear.
Yep.
Well, it's been a pleasure to be a venue.
Question: does anyone here speak Enochian?
Nope.
No, and since I don't know the language, I cannot mind it up.
It will point a finger at Yuki and it will say,
I was going to say, can I activate Speak with Spirits to understand what it's spouting out?
1 second, I have to sneeze.
At you.
Gesundheit.
Strawberries.
Excuse me. Thank you. My apologies. Yes, you can actually activate Spirit Sight in order to speak Enochian.
Okay.
It will incant something for about 10 seconds. For those of you who wish to actually understand it, you may roll Spirit to try and understand it.
Okay, yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
And Glaspo will basically say, Rose, wherever you are, I'm sorry for being an asshole.
I'll see if it wants to.
If it helps for Katie, the bird is basically huddled behind you with both of its wings over its eyes, like, no, not here, no.
She just looks over him and goes, shh. She has scooted slightly away from the now shattered portion of the bar. Is still tucked behind it.
Oh,
and
he
is
didn't
still.
he didn't actually shatter the bar. He hit the bar and kind of bent on the bar.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, that
Okay.
is unfortunate for him, but
Yep.
I am nestled right here behind it in this
Is he
nice
dead?
place where I'm not visible.
No, he is a spirit. He is very badly injured, and you can see he's leaking what would look to be ephemeral blood for those who've got spirit side active, but he's not dead.
Okay.
So I'm going to maintain concentration on the horrible things this thing is saying.
Oh, that's a botch, Evan.
On your
Yeah.
spirit roll.
Yeah, on my spirit communication roll. Yeah, that's a botch.
Okay, it was coincidental, so
2
that
points
is-
for highest sphere.
Beg your pardon?
Yep.
It's she would get 1 point for every highest sphere that was in the effect for a coincidental botch.
So just 2.
Just 2.
All right. That takes me up to 6 paradox now.
And because I'm the GM and I can do this, you will suffer a backlash.
Alrighty. Roll 6 dice.
Yes.
Difficulty 6, right?
Yeah, it's diff 6.
All right. 4 successes. Oh shit.
Whew.
I have to open the book now, don't I?
Yeah, she probably takes
yeah.
bashing damage.
No.
I
No.
think maybe, possibly.
Yeah, it's bashing until you hit like 10, I think.
Jesus.
It's even more than that. 10, I remember seeing it gives bashing.
I think you can choose between bashing or a paradox flaw, I believe.
I am pulling the rules up right now.
Dumb rules.
No, it's both. They suffer bashing and a trivial paradox flaw.
Okie dokie. Is it 1 bashing per success rolled?
Mage also suffers 1 die's worth of bashing damage per success and requires a trivial paradox flaw.
Alright, so roll 4 dice of bashing damage.
But good for you, you discharge 4 points of dox. So
Yay! So roll 4 dice of bashing damage.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Okay, I see why there was confusion. 1 to 5, it's 1 point of paradox discharge. You take the damage and get the flaw. 6 to 10, it's one or the other.
2 successes.
You'll take 2 bashing, and for the rest of this evening, so the scene and any other scenes you do this evening, you will suffer from the Bard's tongue flaw.
Oh boy, I gotta look that
love
up.
Bard's tongue. Oh my god, I love Bard's tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I can see.
For those of you who succeeded, you basically hear it say, via the will of covenant, via the treaties signed and sealed, a deal entered through the freedom of will cannot be questioned, a testament to his word, a testament to his majesty. So let it be. The covenant fulfilled. I claim my due.
Just nod his head.
Very well. She will smile, and he will say, and I will see you when the child is born. Would you like to know the date that will be?
Yes.
The smile widens as it pulls up its hood over its head and turns. September the 10th.
Why does that sound familiar?
September the 10th. Yuki does a little bit of mathematics in her head. And
Oh yes, it's massively accelerated.
Yeah. She'll look at Lottie. Lottie?
Yeah.
Lottie, you saw it.
Yeah.
How old did it look?
2 months. Babe, you're having the Antichrist, aren't you?
I don't know.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna puke over here.
You will then see the figure very calmly walk to one of the tables. It will remove a knife from one of the tables. It will smile sweetly, though the black eyes locked on Yuki, before it drives the knife twice, 3 times, 4 times into its own throat. The figure will fall, blood streaming from the wounds, and the spirit will depart.
And very casually, he just leans over the bar and goes, I wish somebody would help that woman. She needs it.
Kevin gets up,
Glass
walks over.
He's puking in the corner.
He takes off his tie and tries to do something about the blood, but he is not a healer of modern medicine. It is only working but so well. And he looks around and says, I would really appreciate some fucking assistance, if you would.
Sure. And Glasspool goes over, looks at the woman. Nah, buddy. She's gone.
I will point out, for those of you who have spirit set up, her soul wasn't even in her own body. There was no soul once the spirit left, even though the body was still not dead.
Oh.
This is interesting and particular, and I'm really fucking sure that Winrate can explain this to me.
Oh,
Listen. And Collins will reach out to, or will speak up to the man with the tie trying to stop the blood flow. She's gone forever.
She's more than
might-
gone.
this might be a mop and bucket scenario unless they'll stop the flow.
Kevin's quiet for a while.
If she's empty, that's all we can do for her.
Is the bouncer okay? Also,
He will stand up, kind of very shakily, and he'll crack his back, and you'll swear to God you see, like, this man's spine is clearly broken until he cracks his back, at which point you'll see he's standing up straight again.
so he looks relatively okay.
Mm-hmm. This isn't almost enough to make me start drinking.
And Glasspo will turn around to the people in the room. Anyone can explain for a newbie here? Who the hell is
Waiting
he?
for the new people, and she finally
What?
popped up from behind the counter.
Well, yeah, to the newbies here. Who the hell was her, and what the fuck is going on?
Danielle
That's
looks just as lost as you.
That's
I-
a demon.
I made a deal with Faust in exchange for information that would let us use an artifact Father Belmont had received.
Whoa. Hang on. The bird will say as he hops up on the table. You made a literal Faustian bargain.
You are being
Yes.
very mean.
You didn't read the book, did you?
No, I knew what I was doing.
That's,
It was
that-
important. It was
Okay.
very important.
Okay,
It
fine.
was more important than me.
There's an idle
Mm.
shrug and a tap on the crow's or the raven's beak. Your body. She tries to scoop him back onto her shoulder.
He will be scooped.
The deal I made was for the naming rights to my firstborn child.
That doesn't end well, I think.
Probably not.
Lottie's gonna look at Sketch.
Right.
Sketch?
But to say, Sketch activates his arcane while everyone's talking and gone.
Motherfucker!
And I really hate to pepper you with questions, but just in the weird chance that it might fucking work, anyone here knows win rate?
When he's
What do you want to know?
He popped up from our communication networks. Where is he?
Gone.
Gone
gone.
in digitally gone or gone in fragmented?
gone?
Speak
He's
virtual Arab,
gone.
woman.
He ain't coming back.
It sounds suspiciously like dead. Does that help?
Shit.
Deleted.
Game's over.
Blue screen of death.
And he pops up a cell phone and writes something. Fuck, god damn it, win rate. You lazy motherfucker.
Well, okay. Lottie's gonna get up from her puke puddle. Throw a bunch of tissues on top of it. That works. Hey Yuki, can we just go home? I think we should just go home. You know, I'm not feeling in a bar mood. How about you? You feeling in a bar mood?
I'd like something to eat. And tea.
You know what?
Morgan
We
proceeds
will-
to push out a bowl from where she is still perched on the far side of the counter where she does not belong. Kind of goes, edamame?
Glaspo points at his cup of tea. Drink it. It's strong, it's black, has 2 sugars in it.
Yuki
I mean,
makes
does
a
caffeine affect
face
Steven, baby?
like she has
Caffeine.
definite opinions about someone who would add sugar to tea, but she doesn't really care right now. She eats the edamame and she slowly drinks the tea and says, "Thank you."
And after relinquishing her dish of edamame, Morgan will finally climb back over the bar, perching next to Collins again.
He's just going to put his shot glass on the other end of the bar and kind of like
Do we get a
wiggle it
registry?
and hopes for a fill.
Okay. Do we get a crib? We can't even get a crib. Oh Jesus! Oh fuck. Iris is left it.
She would probably
This is
have a better idea
officially
what
weird.
to do here.
You know what? You know what? Fucking well. Come on. We're going home. We're fucking calling Eris. Gets up, goes under the counter, and grabs like 3 bottles of apple cider. It should be enough. We'll have to go get more liquor.
Like he looks like when Eris is mentioned, he like starts to raise a hand, and then he's just like, nope.
I mean, she's standing up. She'll probably see him. Yes, mister, with the fluff, like right here in your face. It's interesting fluff. But what? Do you have a question?
I could try and get a hold of Eris for you, possibly. Not sure it would work. Haven't really attempted it. She was there for my awakening, though.
Honestly, little cousin, you will say, as a woman is now seated on the bar. You act like I wouldn't come when my darling girl needed my help, and that I'd rather come and see you, you limp, hobbling, craft me hop along.
Eris.
All of that is true.
Hi. We'll offer immediately all 3 bottles of cider.
I'll deactivate my arcane.
She will kind of wrap her arm around Lottie and hoist her up with no effort at all to sit next to her on the bar.
Even, quick question. Is she holding the apple of discord?
She does indeed have an apple. It's not in her hand, though. It's around her neck. It's basically, it looks like a golden apple that's affixed to a chain around her neck.
Excellent.
Because Lottie has manifest avatar. So she can pop up whenever the fuck she wants.
Darling Everest.
So,
Sweet
will-
mistress
she
of all things that go fucked up in the night.
she kisses
Some shit got
Lottie on
real
the forehead. So, oh my. She kind of, what were you eating, Katie?
It was edamame. She has probably
I don't-
secured a bowl of peanuts.
I
It's
don't know why I thought it was tabbouleh.
Nope.
Um,
Edamame. It is the best little munchy food. But now she has peanuts. The edamame has been given up, sacrificed to the lady with the baby.
So, my, such a, ooh. Look at you, all tall, dark, and eating bread. I like what I see. For the record, I will point out this person has appearance 7. Her appearance spec is know my divinity.
Know my divinity.
Yep.
Yes.
Goddess
she
of chaos.
resonates-
The fuck you gonna
hang
do?
on, I was going to say, Austin, she resonates kind of like your dad.
Oh, he will just kind of like lean onto the bar, like with his elbow. He'll lean with his left hand on his cane on his right side, just kind of look over and go, "Oh,
Oh, what can I say? She pulls Glasspaw very close to her and kind of looks him up and down before she licks from his chin of his mask up to his lips and kind of stops at the bridge of his nose. And she says, I like them when they're tall, dark, and skull-faced.
And the answer she gets is like, right, I will need to run through an antivirus now. And he
So-
just shakingly pulls her away from her like, no, this is why I fucking hate meat space.
Eris.
Yes.
Got us some delicious meat pies and applesauce.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point,
Yuki,
he's gonna pull out a
Eris.
cigar.
We've seen each other, right?
Yuki bows to Eris. Hello again.
Oh, sweet zombie Jesus, who did that to you?
Faust.
I don't know.
Evil itself.
I
Well,
don't
Faust
know
is-
that it is Faust's.
She raises the finger to say, technically speaking, Faust is a representative of of evil on Earth. He's not in fact evil on Earth himself. He wishes, but that's not here nor there. So,
So yeah. Darling Yuki's well, she's been Ellen Ripley'd.
ooh,
Not sure if she's holding the queen or Sketch's kid.
So
Or God.
looks at Yuki. The thing said September 10. A special date?
there's the harmonic convergence on that day.
What?
The fuck? Another one?
What sort of harmonic convergence?
Okay,
Too
so
early
to
for
explain
equinox.
this, huh?
She just kind of goes too early for equinox, picking through the peanut shells.
Whoa, tall, dark, and one-eyed. She'll put her finger right under your chin. You are cute.
Blink.
It's
She'd
just
offer her a peanut because she's there.
She will take the peanut, but she will take it with her lips from your hand.
You know that wait a minute icon where it's the stick dude who does like the hold up a finger and then just kind of just stops. That happens. Like it's just like okay, acceptance.
Dude, this is why she's my goddess, but she's also terrible sometimes. There's help.
I apologize for nothing. To answer your question, so there are various different levels of the universe, and there are harmonic convergences all the time. It's just basically different Celestian events that coincide with one another. In this particular case, once every 475 years, I believe it is. It's been a while since the last one. Basically, all of the different Celestine realms line up. It's pretty standard.
Pretty standard. Well, hey, Yuki, kid's birthday is gonna be special as fuck. Do we get him a toy stuffed rabbit? Will it remember?
I
do we
don't.
register at Toys R Us? Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore. Fuck.
Yuki takes a deep breath. Eris,
That is my name.
And with that, the eyebrow goes real high.
this convergence of the different Celestine realms.
Yes.
That would be a night where all the gates are down.
No. Well, kind of. One gate remains closed.
What gate is that?
Which?
She points straight down.
Oh.
I wonder, Eris. What would it take to pop open such a gate on such a very auspicious day?
What, to open the gates of hell?
I'm gonna go with that's not a wise idea.
Well, no, it's also
No.
it's also impossible. So, right.
Alright, so
Okay, so when she points upwards. Okay, so do I need to explain to you how the cosmos works?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of us could use a refresher, yes.
Daniela pulls out her notebook.
Yeah, Morgan
So-
even pokes up a figure like, yeah, I could use that. Continues.
Okay,
using
so
peanuts.
me, their parents, she'll say, pointing to Morgan and to Collins, are divine beings that are the edifice of man. So I exist because people believe I exist. We following?
Yep.
yes.
There is one who is and always has been. the one above us, God, if you will, lack of a better word, Jehovah. He's had a lot of names, but he always was. And I'm led to understand that for the briefest of moments, Yuki and a few of you stood in his presence. For the briefest of moments.
It was shiny.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of would be. So, in order for God during the first war, demons, angels beating the ever living tar out of each other.
Mm-hmm. Family reunions are tough.
Basically, God made the decree when he won the war and cast down the demons that the only way their gates could be opened, the only key that could unlock it, was the piece of his word, his will, his being made manifest to form the key.
Right.
Yuki sits down on the floor very, very hard.
Yuki, Jewel, babe, you didn't move an inch when that thing stabbed its own throat open. Is there something you'd like to share with the class?
Did we just summarize into she's having God's baby? Was that a thing that just happened?
No, because that would be impossible.
Oh.
No, but it might become the key.
That's impossible. Do people understand the phrase impossible when I say it? Is there some kind of mental break?
Probably.
He shakes his head and he will.
Yuki will look.
You work with impossible.
Yuki will look directly at Eris and say, "I gave Faust the naming rights to this child." That's how it works, does it not? He names it, and it becomes that thing.
Okay, hang on. Hold your rather attractive memories in check, Mama Bear. Okay, so... No, but he'd have to know... Okay, I am not the person to ask about this, because I don't know. Do you guys mind if I ask someone here who might be able to give the answer to that?
Go ahead.
I'll throw on some extra cranberry margarines.
Okay, I'm going to be back in 10 minutes. And when I say this guy is really big into the holy thou art stuff, I mean whole Nelly.
Oh boy.
Who are you bringing?
You've met her once before, Yuki.
What's another god or goddess at this point?
Oh no, I have to go up the food chain for this.
Yuki
flicks a peanut shell lazily.
Yuki looks at Eris and she thinks for a moment. And then her eyes go big and her hand goes over her mouth.
He arches and the other eyebrow matches now he is now wide-eyed. Are you calling in Papa Legba?
No. You'll see. As I said, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Be cool.
Be cool. Eris, the opposite of being cool.
I mean, ish.
You can always just have a drink, relax. There's always... we're on a timetable right now.
If it helps, you look at it, Yuki. Her son likes you.
Oh, you're going to God.
No, I'm not allowed there anymore. Needless to say, people did not like it. What happens when you mix the apples of discord into a celestial punch bowl and a mixer? That is neither here nor there.
I gotta ask about that story.
Far be it from me sitting on my ass here covered in random person's blood. But if you're gonna get him, could you go get him while these people are having a mental break?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do that. On an out of character, Evan needs to go to the bathroom, so don't play amongst yourselves. Eris will disappear into a puff of red smoke.
Morgan will
well,
shot glass towards Glassball because he's So far, the twitchiest. And just go.
Yeah.
Be cool, honey bunny.
He pulls the half of the mask, takes the shot. Thank you. Pulls it down. Well, we put in motion the giant wheels of celestial bureaucracy. Anyone
those been
fucking
spinning for
inform me
forever.
of what the fuck happened to win rate? I understand he's gone, defrag, blue screen, dead. Why? How?
I wasn't in the room.
How?
Danielle will pipe up and say he sacrificed himself.
I had our game active at the time.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
So I wouldn't have been. She said, I don't know, I was too focused on all the other shit that was going on.
Okay.
Also, if it is not rude, could I ask? I know most of you, some of you, a few of you, but you two, 3 indicates Morgan, Glasspaw, and Collins. I do not know your names.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm used to have a nickname under my pattern speech. I'm Glasspaw, the virtual adepts.
Thank you.
You can recognize my zones and he shows you on his cell phone a little picture of a skull. If you see this there, I was there and you can contact me. Don't worry.
Thank you. And he looks towards the other 2.
Well, I mean, if you're going to ask for names, you've already been introduced to one. You should always ask. You should return the favor.
I fully
It's
intend
only
to.
polite. Oh, no.
Morgan's grinning and nodding in accompaniment to this. She was thinking the same.
You've committed a faux pas, a rudeness of sorts. He gave you his name and you did not.
Technically,
fine.
I didn't give him
Shush.
my name.
Shush.
Close enough.
He gave you a nickname, something to call him by. He gave you a way to address him, and you just stand there silently expecting us to deliver with no sign of reciprocity.
I asked all 3 of you for your names, though. By that logic, you should all have given your names before I would give mine, or at least
By
nicknames
common
in his
courtesy,
case.
one leads by offering their own
Yes.
name and then asking in return.
This is not exactly a normal situation where we are sitting down and having tea.
Glasspaw will just look at
Actually,
Stefanos.
Looks
Look at
over.
the other 2. They are just being dicks. Just say
That
your
was-
name and
having tea. I'm shooting moonshine from a 1929 still that no longer exists.
Is that what we're drinking?
Yeah. You might want to hold on to your butt sugar.
The beard over there, do you have a mentor or someone who's claimed responsibility for you of any variety?
Sorry, that's from Kevin over to Stefanos.
Yeah.
I am part of the Hermetic Order.
Okay.
Oh God.
Continue. And he starts cleaning his hands with a napkin.
Glasspaw will actually give you a tiny bottle of disinfectant. Because
He will hand
humans
over
are
a
very
flask
secretion.
of.
Okay.
He will hand over
Okay.
a very.
Okay, I'm back. She will appear. She actually
Okay,
looks kind of haggard, like as in her dress is slightly ripped. And
Oh,
What
okay.
did you do?
A
Scandalous.
quickie.
Um,
It's called a quickie.
there was only one way to get her down here. She will throw a glowing sword in its scabbard right at Lottie's feet.
Oh,
Don't ask questions. It'll all be fine.
Glowing sword appears. I just like
am hunting you.
up and backed over the bar. Like
Yep.
calm is gone. Just nope.
Yep. It's a
Grabs
smooth
the
motion.
sword.
Both of them do it. She
Grabs
lands on
the
the other
sword.
side and just offers the bowl. Peanut?
There is a blinding flash of light in the room, and then suddenly you are not standing in the bar anymore. You are standing in a white space as far as the eye can see that stretches from horizon to horizon, as if you were standing in a gigantic white room.
All of us or just her?
All of you.
well,
Damn.
this is the
Nope.
Matrix.
Fuck. Takes a hit from the flask. You want? Looking over to Morgan.
Yeah, might as well. We're gonna die. Swig.
Dead stares at Yuki, just looking at her, be like, "Hi."
It's whiskey.
Yuki is down on her knees with her head bowed, touching the floor.
Yes, goddess of discord, you steal my sword from... Oh. Good afternoon.
Danielle will
Hi.
just kind of, awestruck, just kind of wave a little bit.
Hi.
Bloody still holding the sword. Hi. Immediately gets on the floor.
You'll notice that Eris is not in the room.
Bitch.
That bitch.
We'll just look over to Morgan. We got thrown under a bus by strangers. And extend his hand to go, I'm Collins.
Yeah, Morgan. She offers the
Shake.
hand over, gives a shake.
Shake.
Oh, and
Takes his blessing.
this is Kelmore. Kelmore, shake the
Hello.
nice man's hand.
He will extend Tiny Crow talent for handshake.
He'll extend a finger. Shake.
You have to shake the crow's hand, or else he won't like you. It's how that works.
Oh yeah, no, we'll just take the crow's hand. Shake, shake.
You will then see another smaller angelic being appear beside the one, and she will say, "Hail, Gabrielle, she who is the herald of the Almighty." At which point she will very calmly reach down, pat it on the head, and say, "It's all right, Amanon. It's all right. You were late. It's fine. Don't worry about it."
Wait. He turned from that to the giant woman figure and go like, "You're Archangel Gabriel?"
Gabrielle. The Bible fucked that up.
And he just sits down, removes the mask, and looks extremely confused because, yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
giant, for the record. She's only about 6 foot tall.
And he just
Definitely a
extends
powerhouse,
a hand over to the man with the flask and start do pinchy fingers.
He'll close the top of the flask. He'll spin it a few times. Spin it back the other way. Open it up and hand it over.
Look.
The angel,
So-
Lottie will
will
let
reach
him
out her hands towards Morgan. As in,
Blink?
come here, kind of reach.
She like, I like to imagine that since they hopped over the bar, they're like just sat on this white nothing facing away, so it takes her a second to glance back with the uncovered eye, and she kind of does the squint of like, what? But we'll turn a glance back to Collins and then kind of pull herself up off the floor, walking over, stopping maybe just outside of range, but offering a handout.
She will take a step forward. And have you ever heard large birds when they move on the ground when the air catches their wings?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a very similar sound as she moves because of the wings. But she will embrace Morgan very, very close to her, and she will put a hand on the back of her head. And it is a very reassuring embrace that you weren't expecting.
No, she wasn't. She looks very confused and comically stiff as she is being ever so lovingly hugged. She's just
The love-
like, there's a nasty case of the what going on.
The love I bear your mother, I repay to you.
Well, that is very kind of you.
They will step back and they will put 2 hands on your shoulders and look down at you, and they will say, "You are every much as she is. I am pleased by this."
I do try. Still looking a little like lost, but committing.
Now then, why am I here? And why do you have my sword?
Devil baby, and he points to
I believe
The woman-
the technical term is baby mama drama. Points at Yuki.
Well, then also from the back, point it live.
Meh.
I. Oh,
Lottie will kind of very gently kind of offer the sword back.
She
Eris
will.
says hi.
She will kneel down and she will put a hand on William's shoulders. Alejandro, do you mind if I take a liberty with your character?
On whose shoulders?
Alejandro's, William.
You may be as free as you want to be.
She will look down and she will look into your eyes. Those eyes are bright gold and they seem to sparkle with a reassuring light. And she will say, William Jones.
Holy shit.
Do you remember when you were... You couldn't have been more than 15. Yes. You were walking across the highway. You didn't look where you were going. And a car nearly crushed you. Nearly took away your life. And in that one moment, you felt and you prayed. You prayed for safety. You prayed that you could live just to see another moment. It wasn't necessarily the prayers of a faithful man. It was the prayers of a desperate one. But in that one moment, the car swerved, and you were not, in fact, ended. Your life yet continues.
He
There are many
will.
things.
Go ahead, please.
He will say, it might not be difficult. It might be difficult to view the world in many directions. However, know that we, even if you do not have faith in us, we have never lost faith in you.
Thank you. I'll just, and he sits down and go like, I need 5 minutes.
For the sake of totally ruining this beautiful moment, as Morgan's walking past and he plops down onto the ground, she'll just reach over and like pat him on top of the head as she goes to sit next to Collins and say, "You're not little buddy."
He allows
And
it.
go plop down by Collins, reaching for the flask again.
She will very calm. She will sit cross-legged on the ground in a kind of a meditative position, and she's not lording over you, but she'll kind of quirk her head and she'll say, "So, why am I here?"
Baby, Faust, Doom, September the 10th, and his hand will just fall.
You have nothing to fear from Azadrel. He is merely a shadow who clings to the darkness. For the record, you have never heard Faust's angelic name before.
My lady Archangel Gabrielle, there might be a bit of an issue. Yuki?
I am with child. I don't know what it is. It's growing alarmingly fast.
Gabrielle will look at you and she will quirk her head and she will say, "It is a child."
But
Faust. I gave Faust the naming rights to this child in order to accomplish the task that was carried out when we first met.
Did you specify which name Faust could give the child?
I did not.
Everyone here who understands what a true name is, please facepalm.
So, he just kind of takes a deep breath in.
If I have 2 dots of spirit lore, would I be aware of true names?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Looks at
Danielle,
the infinite horizon.
Oh fuck.
Looks into the infinite horizon and lights a cigarette.
that is why Eris brought us to your attention. She felt that you would know more than she did. We need help.
Azrael can only give the child a true name that he knows. More than likely, he will simply strip the child's name from it, and the child will be his at birth. It is unfortunate. However, due to the divine credence that is laid down by our Father, it cannot be interceded on by us. A deal that you make with your own free will, that which is the will of heaven, the will of our Father, that you possess the free will we cannot tamper with.
I'm not asking to get out of this deal. I entered into it willingly. To back out on it would be dishonorable, among other things.
We just have a concern. Faust gave a very specific date for the birth of this child. It is the date of the convergence that is coming up.
Yes.
And that same date is also when the technocracy. Oh wait, did we learn about Project Morpheus as characters? I see.
Yes, you did. If you recall,
Yeah.
when you typed it on your phone.
I put it on your phone.
Oh yeah, that's right. So she'll say, and there's also when she's looking at her phone, there's also that date when the technocracy is attempting to nudge the consensus towards disbelief.
Yuki will turn her head and look at Daniela.
We'll sharply look at Daniela. What? What? I'm gonna be
When
sitting
we
there.
went on the Leviathan and we got the data from the computer core, the technocracy is having a plan that on this convergence date, they're going to. They've been working on this since the 50s, apparently, but they're basically going to try and attempt to nudge every single human being's mind towards disbelieving in faith, magic, everything except science and technology and their paradigm.
Okay.
So that's kind of weird that Faust would want your child on that date too.
Which means we've got bidders at 2 doors.
Did
What's Gabrielle's reaction to this?
She doesn't seem to have one.
did the one who gave you the birth date give you the birth time?
He did not.
Well, if the birth time is after the time of the event, then the event's already happened, and then potentially it could serve as counterbalance or, a counterplay.
Here's the thing.
That happens beforehand.
Or
Baby has nothing.
Or I could put her in labor the day beforehand and have it actually birth the moment it starts.
This child is protected. It is. You can see her. This is the time her face kind of contemplates. She says, "It is bound into fate. The Tellurian. The grand tapestry has already decided when it will be born."
So to pull from a little bit of my sci-fi trivia knowledge, is this baby a fixed point?
There will be a single nod of the head.
Good ref.
Oh, he just kind of nods.
Like click shot glasses with him, even like, well done.
This child is a fixed event.
Yes, which should not be.
It's almost like a. So you're saying it's basically like a node in time.
Yes.
All points converge to it, no matter what.
Its death is also a fixed time.
When is its death?
I know the time is fixed, but I cannot see it.
Is it concealed or is it too far?
It is concealed.
That's suspicious.
Not uncommon, though.
But in order to... What is your fear? You fear that Faust wishes to do what? Or sorry, she'll call him by his angelic name. You fear that Azadrel wishes to do what?
Well, at first I was worried he would turn it into the key to open the gates of hell.
In order to do that, he would need the will of our Lord made manifest. And he would also need...
Oh no, go ahead.
And he would also need an absurdly large amount of what you would refer to as prime energy.
Is a lot of this prime energy about to manifest on September 10th?
I do not know. That is not a fixed date or a fixed point in time and fate.
This child has a lot of energy as is. It would not be amiss to think it would be boiling up to that point. It's very alarming, and things are very... They seem to fit into one thing or another.
Just to
looking for assistance. Continue.
Just to put it out there, and she's kind of waving a hand around at this point. She's been hitting the flask too much, way too much. The manifestation of the Lord's will would be examples like what?
What was that? Sorry, Katie, didn't hear the last video second.
She's basically just kind of like, so you say the manifestation of the Lord's will. Well, let's talk about what manifestations of that would be like. Let's have some examples. That seems wise.
When the Lord created his own child to walk on earth, that was his manifestation.
Oh, fuck me running. Grabs the flask out of the hand.
Ross back laughing.
Collins, you want to share something?
Yeah. Names have power. Words have power. Demon gets baby naming rights.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so fucked.
So, no matter what what baby name's gonna be, it's gonna be the name of manifested destiny. Hits Flask. And he kind of like...
Watch him name a baby Jesus. It's gonna
shakes,
happen.
and it's a dot, just like a drop. And then he kind of looks sad.
You will see
A little despondent.
You will see Gabrielle's face twist, and she moves with supernatural speed to be standing and to be about 20 feet away from you all. At which point she holds up her hand to the sky, and a huge, I mean, massive tome descends from the sky, and she rips it open with both hands and starts rifling through it.
See, she's even gotta check the rule book. He's gonna name it Jesus.
She's gonna check that. She's real checking, isn't she? Fucking angel rulebook.
Yep.
RPG rulebook
Wait,
for
is that-
creation.
You're all ready to hug a demon.
Wait. Do you have more of that liquor?
Remember, this is the revised edition.
No, everybody's drinking out of my flask. Nobody's offering to refill it.
I'm sorry. I'll refill it as soon as there's a place to refill it. The bar went away.
Evan, does the front of the book read Gods and Monsters?
No. You will see her face become more and more afraid. Have you ever seen an angel know fear?
Nope. I have today.
Katie, no. Let's phrase it like this. The room around you starts to grow dark and the walls start to crack. If any of you are intoxicated, you are now stone cold sober.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
And oh no, you're not just stone cold sober as in, oh, I'm magically sober. No, you hit that wall. It's like, dunk, slide.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's
Again.
a visible
That's the worst
jarring
one.
effect.
Fuck.
Fuck me. Rubs her fucking
Lottie's-
temple.
Lottie's gonna kind of curl around next to Yuki and kind of hug her. Just be like, you need hugs. This is a day for hugs.
Have fun being the mother of Christ. Congratulations. Flicks some peanut shells in the air, rubbing her temple still. Far less cheery now.
What did you
Not
find?
Christ.
What are you finding, Gabrielle?
It's gone.
There I
The
am.
name.
He stole the name.
The name of the second. It's gone.
The name of.
What does that mean? What would someone have to go through in order to steal a name from a book like this?
It could only be done in a
Power.
time. It could only be done in a time where there is no time. And it could only be stolen when the damned come back to the light in the service of the Lord.
Nope, lost on those ones.
That's troublesome.
Hi, Daniela. How are you doing?
I'm doing. She's not doing great.
A time where there is no time, and when the damned walk once again in the light.
I know this sounds really familiar to me, and I'm missing it.
I feel like the cryo is part of it.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
No!
Wait,
Is
is
it-
it what I think?
When is that?
Did you
Wait.
literally make a deal with the devil that's going to kill us all? Because I don't think I like you very much.
Wait, when we were in
Rubbing her temple.
Siren's library?
No.
No, Yuki. Oh, Yuki.
When
What
was
have you
there-
done?
Oh wait, there was that moment when time stopped briefly. Not a few weeks ago.
Okay.
What?
I'm going to be helpful here because I feel like doing it.
My character wasn't there for this plot.
That is entirely fair. Adam, do you remember the Clock of Doom?
No, I don't.
Yep.
Really?
I remember the Clock of Doom.
Was I there for that?
You were there for the Clock of Doom.
What happened in the Clock of Doom?
It was the man who wants to stop linear time.
I wasn't there for that.
Oh, my apologies. I'll be quiet then.
He wanted his daddy back.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that, sorry.
And the damned who once again walk in the light.
That was Templehoff,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
That was Templehoff.
When they fixed her. When they brought her back into the light. When Yuki made the deal in order to do so.
And in that one moment of time when Templehoff was fixed, his attention was upon you and nowhere else.
Fuck. The one moment with the all-seeing is just focused on one thing.
I'm just gonna do mic drop.
Fuck.
To answer your question, Max, you work.
Hell.
Eliza,
Hell.
Eliza will have to join us when we are done here, as they are currently in a pocket realm that has been created just so they can speak to someone because they were like, "Here, can we speak to someone who knows about this shit?"
Hey. We is a bit of a broad term right now.
That's fair.
Some of us
Lottie
trying to
did
have a
not.
drink
Lottie
and
did not Listen, Lottie did not expect for everyone to go backpacking in this crazy train, but you know what, honey? We're doing this.
flicks peanut shells at. I got nothing.
Yuki will look at Gabriel and say,
It was a setup.
"Am I to understand this is the second Christ?"
Ooh, or the Antichrist. Who knows? Finger wiggle.
Both.
Moment, I need to find something.
You know, when I finally run out of peanuts, I'm just going to start getting very peeved. Cracks open
Glasgow
another one.
is extremely silent through all of this. He's just
Gabrielle,
lost.
Bounces a peanut shell off his head.
It bounces. He doesn't even blinks.
Gabrielle extends her hand. Lottie, the sword in your hands rips clean from its sheath with such speed and ferocity that it flies across the room, breaking what you would assume is breaking the sound barrier.
Ow, 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 hurts. Ow.
As it lands in your hand, as it lands in her hand, she will immediately and at breakneck speed make a pop. Basically, she will grab it, thrust it down, flick it, and she drives at Yuki with an incredible amount of speed and force.
Sorry, but William will just throw himself in front of the woman.
Wait, no, Lottie's right there.
Oh, don't worry.
You can both be skewered. You can be best friends.
We can both be skewered.
This is the question, though: is are you faster than a fucking archangel? Really?
No, but I can always
She did
try.
break the sound barrier. I'm going to be wincing while this happens.
As she hurtles towards you, you will see this figure step in front of Yuki and catch the sword in his hand.
I gotta see Edge of Death.
Da 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 da. Right.
Daniela just looks like holy fucking shit is on her face right now. This is fucking insane. She says.
The reality around you shatters in a peal of screaming, and you are all falling until back in Agrabah Nights.
Son of a bitch! Just.
Yuki, you're
He just reaches over. He extends the flask to the bartender. Is like, fill it with the water.
Is that the Angel of Death? Is that?
Guardian demon, god damn it. Fuck.
Bringing a finger in her ear, like.
In the name of my aching back, can everyone please stop fucking screaming for a solid 20 seconds? Just give me 20 seconds. That's all I'm asking you for. I don't even know most of you, but I've heard more of your voices than I have some of my closest relatives in my entire lifetime. So in this, our great moment of tragedy, pain, and cosmic terror, could you please shut the fuck up?
Nope.
Oh, I like him.
I'll have you know my voice is silky, velvety, dulcet tones, motherfucker.
The table walks out.
There is no door for you to walk out through.
We just came back into this place. Yeah, there is.
Oh, right.
No, I'm pretty sure the door got destroyed when Faust set in.
It's a curtain.
It's a curtain.
Oh, you may curtain your way away then. But let me tell you, you're not a happy chappy. Keep going.
I mean, that's like the worst insult he can give you. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah.
So, Yuki, question.
Yes?
What time's a good time in the summer to have a fucking baby shower and maybe sprinkle some holy water on your belly? You know, I don't believe in shit, but I'm, you know what? Up for trying.
So how hard is it to kill a demon? Oh, fuck my hip. The crap.
Yuki will stand up. This is fate.
I mean, the birth is fate, but if there's no demon to name the baby, the deal falls flat, don't it? Points.
If that... I am not in a position to stop anyone here from doing that. Really. Truly, I am not.
I mean, hell, if you're the one who made the deal and there was no rule against it in the deal, you could do it yourself. In fact, you'd probably have a better chance since I don't think he wants to mess with the bun in the oven.
Everybody
She
can
made
hear
the deal, though.
Toilet flush.
That doesn't matter. Was any part of the deal I won't kill you before it happens?
No.
Well, that sounds like a hell of a loophole, don't it?
Everybody can hear a toilet flush as Liza walks out of the bathroom.
Hey, Liza.
What in
Yuki's
the fresh
standing in the room.
What in the fresh hell are you doing? What the fuck?
Literal hell, Eliza. Literal hell. Don't step in my puke, please.
Yuki will look Liza directly in the face. I'm fine. I'm really me. I'm pregnant.
Then she's
It's
having
a-
the Antichrist.
Possibly. Whatever it
Faust
is.
baby mama drum.
Yeah. I am with child, and Faust came to collect on his deal.
Child is magically 2 months old. Due to
Liza's
be born
putting-
September 10th.
Elisa's putting her hand on her forehead and says, I don't have a fever.
Nope. Trust me,
no.
Eliza, you are 100% perfectly hale right now. You might be having a mental snap in like 20 minutes, but right now, you are all sane, honey bun.
He shakes his flask, turns the
Yuki.
dials on it, shakes it.
Yuki will
Flips
look
open.
around.
She'll slide over some cider.
He's still not here, is he?
What?
I don't think Sketch is here, hun. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
But we don't know how
There's-
long we've been gone.
There's a moment where Yuki looks at Lottie, and there's pain in her eyes. And out of Yuki's mouth comes words that are going to be really, really, really weird, particularly to Lottie. Well, fuck him then.
We don't know how long we've been gone. He could be anywhere. He could be.
Doesn't
And-
matter. He wasn't here when we left, was he? If he was, he would have come back with us.
You know.
What
he
are
wasn't
you
here.
all talking about?
Sketch didn't take it well.
I
Didn't
told
take it
him.
well, the fact.
This would happen eventually.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some guesses here. I'm gonna guess that's the boyfriend, and it's not his. And you told him, but did he actually have any say in it, or did you just expect him to be okay with you having someone else's kid, who turns out to be the Antichrist?
I told him eventually I would have a child and Faust would come to collect the deal. I told him the deal I made. I told him to expect it, but I didn't know when.
No one
Did you expect him
it.
to be okay with it?
I expected him to be here.
Did he have any say in you making the deal at all?
We weren't together when I made the deal.
Nods.
Well, shrug. Grab your
Yeah.
hands for the flask again. Swigs.
Passes it over.
Offers back.
So
Look, we don't know where Sketch is. We'll find him. Liza, you've missed a lot.
that is Sketch is not baby daddy, but Sketch's boyfriend.
We're not sure how she got pregnant. Sorry,
Here.
Yuki.
Slow nod, just like a big nod, but it's a very slow, like head back, head
The
forward.
last we heard,
glass
she was
up.
under, technocratic possession. I kind of
I was
assumed they
what?
did a.
What?
Oh yeah,
Like straight up, like
you got kidnapped by democracy. didn't tell you?
what?
Yuki looks at Liza.
Liza's holding her head as if she's suffering from a massive headache.
Looks over
That's
at
why we
Eliza.
were suspicious of you being back. We were about to mount a rescue. We were looking for you. We've been looking for you. And suddenly you came back pregnant. We were concerned. And then Faust came in, and then Faust did what they did, and then they
Who the hell
murdered
is
themselves. The fucking demon, Eliza. Big fucking demon. Who has naming rights
Ow,
to
my
the
head.
swag in Yuki's belly.
My head. She's gonna walk over to the bar.
Oh,
Hands over a
boy.
flask.
It's at this point,
Ooh, take it. It's the good shit.
Yuki will just.
Takes it.
She'll take a deep breath and say,
151.
"Yes, I'm an infernalist. Okay, I made a deal with actual Faust. Why is that so hard for people to grasp?"
Probably
It's not.
because almost every traditional murder the shit out of you for it.
I mean,
And the Inquisition is in town, and the Templars.
Here's the thing. She did it to fucking save everybody.
I don't know.
what the
I
hell?
know, but
Good
most
intentions.
All be dead.
lol. I don't know if you're aware, but
No.
most deals with demons seem like the right thing to do, right? And up until you've made a deal with a demon.
I mean, no other way to get a celestial weapon in order to fucking save the universe.
And no other way to save the universe, and really no other way. That's not how most stories work. It's usually a boo-boo.
No, there was no other way. We tried.
so where's the weapon?
Destroyed.
Wait,
Rightly
Hold on.
so.
gets the flask from Eliza's. Just reaches towards Eliza, makes pinchy motions for flask.
She'll hand over the flask.
Okay,
Pleasure
So
to
hold-
meet you.
just take a little bit. So you made a deal with Faust to get a weapon to save the universe, and the weapon got destroyed.
I mean,
Was this the whole Tempelhof thing instance?
yeah, this was the Temple Hall thing.
Oh, that's why.
Maybe
Raises a
it
brow.
wasn't.
So-
Maybe it
What?
wasn't the actual weapon.
So what happens
No.
when an Effendi empowers something beyond and they clash together and they make a big boom? And then you have this
Yeah.
the whatever the fuck that was supposed to be clashing against whatever the fuck that is supposed to be, and they both go splat.
Okay.
Wow.
Splat.
I
I
thought
have-
with sound effects it would make more sense.
I definitely need a better Cliff Notes writer. No offense.
Yeah.
You know what?
I-
And she makes grabby notion for the flask.
Hands it over.
That's with enough of that.
Gunk. I don't even know. I don't even know what you're doing here. And she gestures at Yuki. I don't even know who you got here. I don't even know if you're the real one. Motherfucker, last time I saw you, you were a transmitter for an EMP bomb.
I woke up at a bus station with no memory of anything that happened.
2 months
Like the
pregnant.
jaw just kind of drops a little bit, the eyebrow goes up, and just kind of like the gaze shifts.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That is absolutely, completely without suspicion.
And it just kind of like
Yeah.
makes a motion, not like the pinchy hands, but like the gimme for the flask.
Hand him the flask.
Puts it in
Juan is
his
just going
pocket.
for the bourbon underneath the counter.
While everyone is doing that, William will just get up, go through people, gets to the counter, counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, grabs 8 bowls of whatever the fuck is there, opens the 8 of them, starts distributing each to each mage in the room. He then just sits down.
Not for her. She's expecting.
Ooh, Chex Mix.
He goes like, oh right. He turns around,
More for me.
sits, and start drinking from both bottles. Sip from one, sip from the other. Sip from
man.
one, sip from the other.
Would you like to party, sir? We can.
Nope. I just had an angelic revelation. So
I think you've given the fear not part.
I will get drunk, and then I will need to find a chorister. Sip
What?
from one bottle,
It's
Same
okay,
for
man.
the
Any
other.
one of them.
It's okay,
Daddy.
man. You can just classify them as dimensional entities. They're not actually real things.
Oh,
But hey,
Not everyone can compartmentalize like you can, Eliza.
Buddy.
What?
you know
Why do
what?
you need a
I've had
chorister?
an encounter with a fucking
Yes,
embodiment of
yes.
chaos.
Drink,
You
drink,
can
drink.
call her the goddess of chaos.
Embodiment of chaos.
Goddess
hammers
of
this home.
chaos. Goddess of
I've-
chaos, but go on,
I've
honey.
dealt with a fucking pirate ship riding across the sailing across the Umbra, shooting down a technocratic spaceship, commanding a technocratic spaceship. I am well
Very
past
proud of you.
fucking not being able to compartmentalize bullshit. And
I've said that not everyone is as skilled
entity.
as you are.
You know, I had a little shrivel of fate. That was an angel. She knew something that only there will have known, and drinks.
Oh, you're having a
I-
revelation over the angel, but not the literal embodiment of chaos that is the goddess of chaos. Tough crowd.
Fuck that woman. Drink.
I mean, she was all about you, sir. She was all over your lovely face.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have literally done that.
What do you want me to say?
At this point, guys, I unfortunately lost the picture, so this is my new picture for Siren. Because I had to do a mass clean of the picture file.
What, the Panopticon symbol?
No, this figure, because it looks like it, will appear in the.
Yeah, look like Siren.
Guys, just let him talk, please.
Thank you. I lost the previous picture. However, blood is streaming from his eyes and from his mouth.
Hi.
Okay, so oh my
Yeah.
god, what is happening to you?
He looks with absolute horror, and before he passes out, because he is going to pass out, he will just say, "What have you done?"
She's gonna run over to Siren and catch him.
He
Before
will
he
pass
falls.
out cold. He's bleeding really badly from his lips, from his mouth, and from his eyes.
Oh boy.
Oh my god,
I
not again, Siren, not again.
Drop the
Oh,
balls
hurt.
and go give a hand.
Okay.
Oh, by
Anyone
the
know?
machine parts.
Who
And
has?
she's gonna.
No. Who has spirit sight?
Me.
Yo.
Part of his spirit is dying.
Oh, Jesus. He is gonna he's gonna high foot it over there. Wompa. And he is gonna take
Sorry, go ahead.
he's going to take a hit from the flask, and he is gonna do the trombone mouth spit all over him, and then he's going to look up. Papa, I pray. Now is the time that this man does not need to cross into the threshold. He does not need to pass, and then he's going to start muttering and kind of swaying back and forth. So I'm going to use one of my weird practices.
Oh boy,
The best practices.
Oh, boy.
let's be friends.
Called God Bonding.
I love God bonding.
So my intent is to prevent Siren's soul from dying. And I'm just gonna go, and I'm going to invoke the Baron.
Here's a question. Besides the fact that he's obviously bleeding out of various orifices, is there any sign of actual damage? I don't have life sight up, but does it look like something that could be healed?
I have
I'll
life
have life
sight.
sight up.
No. Have you guys? Okay. I have a really weird question, and I'd actually like your opinions on this. How would stigmata show on a life sight?
I imagine
What's
it wouldn't show
stigmata?
us any damage because usually it doesn't actually leave any damage behind. It's just very theatrical. It's when you bleed from the wounds of Christ, like you get the blood out of holes.
Eyes,
Technically-
crown, feet, palms.
And I can actually speak from a standpoint of knowledge on this. Stigmata from a physical form and to what I would say life would look as probably as wounds that are phantasmal. Like you can see them, but when you touch them, you feel full flesh there. You feel no wound, you feel no blood, but you register it in a spiritual level.
Okay. Essentially,
Yeah.
that is what you will see as you look at him. He's not bleeding from his hands and from his feet, but those wounds are entirely spiritual. The blood that he is leaking is very real, though. And when I say a part of his soul is dying, Siren, who of those who have looked under him through spirit sight, essentially, and actually this is going to be really ironic for two of you in the room, essentially his Nephalimic nature is dying.
I have a weird question. Can I co-op I assume if you have the same paradigm, you can, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have spirit, but I have prime out the balls.
My paradigm is all power comes from gods.
Yep.
Both of you can co-op. You just
Okay.
pray to different gods.
And I'm using my flask, and I'm gonna do the god bonding thing, which puts it in storyteller's hands, because this is gonna get the Baron, who is my primary deity, also my avatar,
Mhm.
and who I have manifest avatar with.
Okay.
Yep.
Basically, guys, what will happen is if you both pray over him, he will stop twitching and convulsing. The element. It's like you're holding closed a wound, so it's not bleeding anymore. It's still there. It's not getting better, but it's not getting worse.
Okay.
For those of you who are looking at the rest of him, he's wearing just a simple kind of white robe that's just covering and buttoning over his chest. That also starts to be stained with blood, as there's clearly some kind of cut that has. It wasn't bleeding before, but now on his chest you see blood. You might want to unbutton
stabbing
the
the
shirt.
ribs.
Yeah, he's being disrobed, so I can inspect this.
You see being cut into him as if somebody is holding a spectral knife. Very odd symbols and sigils into him.
Oh boy.
Evan,
Fuck.
Yes, Eliza.
can I call the Archbishop because Siren's his son, right?
Yes.
It's interesting you say that because somebody's already sent the Archbishop a text message.
Oh. Well, I'd like to call him.
For what it's worth, Morgan has reached down and is actually using the guy's own blood to anoint herself, as she is likewise using god bonding as her practice.
Okay.
There's a lot of tobacco, herbs, some spit, swearing, and alcohol.
Daniela will be helping William with the blood.
Yep.
As I said,
Molly's just trying to keep talking to him.
does anyone here speak Latin?
No, but since it's a language I can translate, I will use my phone to translate whatever he says.
Okay. Can you please make there's a rope to do that. I can't remember what the rope level is though.
It's a Mind 3 effect, unless he is fluent in Google Translate.
Ah,
I know.
You can just have him do what's computer.
Yeah, I'm doing this with computer.
Oh yeah, you can make a wits computer roll to try and Google Translate it.
Excellent. I will quickly
Can I do?
with computer it.
Can I try to?
Yes, by all means.
I get 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right.
One sec.
On his chest,
Yeah, that's
carved into the skin. Actually, I'll wait for Lottie to roll.
I did good.
You do good?
You did good.
3
3 successes from her.
Okay, cool. On his chest, what you will see written in Latin is, and so it is the sins passed by the hands, so it is the sins that have been passed by the anointed given and by the word taken. So it is that via the blindness he shall come, the anointed, the beast. So it is that all shall be cast open, all reverence abolished, all sacrilege committed. So it is that it shall be the rape of man, his dreams and his ideals cast into nothing. So that is in the name of God, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy. No, God the Father and God the Holy Spirit, God the Son, forever forgotten.
William will just do the sign of the cross and go like, we fucked it horribly.
What does it mean?
And he turns Armageddon.
Again?
No.
Revelations. Revelations Armageddon, Eliza.
And he looks at this woman. Armageddon of the time of doom has come. Dies irae. The days
Again?
of wrath.
No.
Look, man, this is like the third Armageddon that I've dealt with.
Congratulations, we may stamp your card now.
Hey,
That's getting
whatever.
red.
We're gonna need some cloisters.
I'm already calling the Archbishop. Beepity 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 beep.
So
Beepity 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 beep.
this is a... Who's this? And
This is Iron. He's the librarian, the Library of Dublin. My mentor.
Part of the Celestial Corps,
He's
not
Chip.
this, the Cult of Ecstasy.
oh, excellent. The people I needed to talk to.
Moving through the room now from the door like a lightning bolt, you will see a man in a cassock.
He will actually see the father and go like, Father, Armageddon is coming.
He will. If anyone stands in his way, they will be pushed out of it in a very unpriestly fashion.
I will move out of the way.
I will just hand the librarian to these men.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know about Collins, but I think the two of us have hands on him because we're trying to keep him stable.
Yeah, and Lottie's like got him in his lap, in her lap.
Yeah,
He won't push you guys out of the way because you're over the body. However, he will kneel, and you have all seen the Archbishop as a very restrained, very calm, very loving man. However, there are tears in his eyes now. You will see him kneel, and you will see him take the hand of take the hand of the man on the ground, and he will stroke his face very softly, and you will hear him speak. And you'll hear him speak, and you're not exactly sure if it's Italian or Latin.
Translating again.
Alejandro, I ask you a very important question. And I ask you a very important question. Are you translating a father's words to his dying son?
I'm an asshole, but I'm not that of an asshole, so I will give privacy.
Okay. He will softly put his hand on his face, and he will wipe away the blood that is there with a handkerchief from the eyes. For the record, for Collins and for Morgan, his life is... You've stopped his spiritual degradation, but his life is very much slipping away.
Okay. I'm gonna spend some willpower. I'm gonna start spirit horsing daddy, and I'm gonna start slamming my cane on the floor.
Yep, I've got life out the balls.
I don't have life, but I'm a spirit horse myself.
Morgan, do you want to start pumping life energies into him to try and keep his heart beating?
Yes.
That will be Arete. It'll be an Arete 3 roll, so it'll be difficulty 6. You're using a focus already, so that'll be difficulty 5. Do you wish to spend some of your ridiculous amounts of quint?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
How many? You can spend up to 2 to lower the difficulty to 3, but it is up to you.
For the moment, yes, I will start pumping quint. I will go ahead and... It's what? It goes up by 1 every turn, right?
Yes.
So I will start with 1.
Okay.
Drop it to 4. Does it matter if you're using multiple foci? Does it help at all?
It doesn't help. It's just you get a base -1.
Okay, it was worth a shot. I'm still learning my shit.
He will He will look towards the priest will rise, and he how to explain this? Yeah. He will look at Stephanos, and he will simply say, "What happened?"
Stephanos looks up from his pile of ever-growing notes. The short version. We are here. She arrives, points to Yuki. She's apparently okay, but now she has a baby inside her. Long story. Master Siren walked in here, bleeding, as you see, said, "What have you done?" Collapsed. And there was also, like, he realizes after a second, like, oh crap, there's going to be that moment of explaining, oh yeah, but he can't get out of this now. Also a woman appeared. She had a very black aura. And points to the body. It's still there, I think.
Oh.
Is it still here?
Yes.
I think the dead body's still there.
Lots of blood and a knife. Self-inflicted after they were done speaking. Multiple deities or similar arrived. It's a very long report. But like he legitimately looks overwhelmed, like, oh God, where am I even starting on this?
Guys, the Archbishop's face twists in anger. This entire building starts to shake.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Les is gonna light up a cigarette.
You will see the tables in the room start to crack and splinter. You will all feel a weight, with the exception of Morgan and the exception of Collins. You will all feel a weight pressed down on you. Not enough to bend you over, but like there is a weight on your shoulders, literally and figuratively. It's almost like the gravity in here has suddenly gone. Whoop.
Oh no.
Yeah. For your information, Evan, congratulations. You are giving William a faith trip right now.
Hooray!
So yeah, it will happen, you fucker.
He will say, "I see. My boy. He will lean down and he will once again stroke the face, at which point the weight will dissipate as he's not concentrating or angry anymore. He will look at Morgan and he will say, "Who are you?"
I assume Morgan is continuing to keep high attention unless he is stabilized with the 3 successes.
He's not in imminent danger of death.
Is there something I could do to ensure that these didn't just try to reopen? Can I keep pumping into it, or is he stable?
Interestingly enough, even though you have healed him, the wounds on his chest, the ones that are etched in, did not close, but they're not bleeding anymore.
As long as, to the best of my knowledge, he is stable.
From your life perspective, yes, he is stable.
She'll be kind of tentative in breaking off her prayers. She actually continues for a bit longer, assessing him as she does so. In fact, wiping away any remaining blood to ensure that no more spills out. Probably like sweeping it across, her thumbs across his cheeks and then sweeping them across her own, because blood is a focus. And once she is fairly sure, finally trails off her prayers. And again, even then, stops, stares for a second. And when nothing really untoward happens, looks up and holds out a bloodied hand. Morgan.
He will reach out his hand to take yours. However, you will notice before the skin comes in contact, Morgan, your hand is entirely clean.
Weird, but not one of the places I especially needed it, so okay.
He will say, "What you have done, you and you, my apologies, sir. I also do not know your name." He's speaking to Collins.
I am. I had to look up rules for what I was doing, so give me a second. So.
Okay. With that,
sorry. I get 2 successes to Spirit Horse my avatar to bring Baron into this to save his life.
His life is current. You will feel hands on your shoulder. No one else will see this, and you'll hear whispered in your ear, "This is not my business, boy. You ain't gonna die anytime soon, though. You have my word to that."
His eyes kind of roll back, and on his face, kind of he gets gaunt pallor on the cheeks, and the skeletal structures on his face kind of stick out. And he exhales, and they're almost shadows coming out of his mouth. He's not destined for the crossroads now.
He'll
And
find.
not soon.
Oh.
But he in bad places.
What is your name?
They call me Collins Saturday.
He will extend his hand to you.
His hand is covered in alcohol and some smudges, and he will extend.
Once again, by the time he shakes it, your hand will be clean.
Okay. Shakes.
It is agreeable to meet you. My name is De Calvorne. I am the head of the Celestial Chorus in the city and the nominal voice of the traditions. He will very delicately scoop Siren into his arms. He's not a big man, but he carries his weight rather effortlessly. And he'll look down, and you will see the tears from his eyes kind of pitter patter on Siren's cheek. Before he will look at Yuki, you will see him. Actually, no, he'll do this before he picks him up because it wouldn't make sense for him to do it. He will bite his thumb until he draws blood. You will see him physically draw blood from his thumb, and he will spit it on the ground in front of Yuki.
Yuki doesn't seem to care.
Okay.
Shortly after that, go ahead.
Oh no, you continue, dude.
I was gonna say, Collins done voodooed a lot of voodoo, and he's just gonna find himself a comfy set of pillows, very much in the backwards direction.
Glasgow will actually give you your bottle of wine that he opened for you because you need this shit now.
Eliza Hoth.
Yes, Archbishop.
I owe you and Mr. Argrees my thanks for alerting me to this situation. There is much that I must do and much I must read. I will take Siren with me back to the cathedral.
You do what you need to do, Archbishop.
He will walk over and he will put a hand, the non-bloodied hand, because he bit his own thumb, on Eliza's shoulder, and he'll squeeze it, and he will say, "Thank you for the kindnesses you have shown."
That's natural.
in a world that has become so dark that they do not even know what the basis of kindness is. Even the smallest act is a candle for nothing.
At this point, Yuki will step forward and look at the Archbishop and say,
He will immediately snap a hand up and he will say, "If she speaks in my presence, she will not." No, he brooks no. You can talk to him if you'd like, but he has made it very clear he does not want to hear you speak.
Lottie will kind of step in between them, kind of buffer, kind of gently nudge Yuki back and shake her head like, no, no, no.
Yuki will bow to him and turn away.
You will see him kneel. The last thing he will do is he will kneel over the body of Faust's victim, or his host, or whatever you call it, and you will see him intone. He will kneel next to them, and he will say a prayer with his crucifix in his hand, with his rosary in his hand, before he will wrap the rosary in her own hands, and he will say, "Will some of you carry her down?"
I will, Father. And he just goes at the woman, picks her up.
Daniel will help.
I do not know who she was in life. I do not know to what dark place she fell to make the deal that cost her soul. But I will at least see that she is given a burial. No one deserves this dark fate. He will then very gently lift his son into his arms before he will look at Morgan and he will look at Collins. He will say, "I owe you both a gratitude. I would not have been able to get here in time to make sure that my son did not slip to the other side. I am a man who remembers my debts. Should you need something of me, you need only ask."
He just kind of thumbs ups from the pillows.
Yep. There's another polite tip of the bottle. Heard and witnessed. I'll remember.
He will then depart very gently, carrying his son. For those of you who help carry the body, he will have you bring it downstairs, just into a little kind of square vestibule-like room at the entrance to Agrabah Nights before they will all disappear.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll help too.
I will help leave the body. Look at the ones that come and go like, we have 30 seconds to go back to the bar. I will summon the police here. They cannot drag me. Don't worry about this shit.
Oh, he brought the body with him.
Yeah.
So there's no need for police.
No.
That's all right.
Alrighty. Hope she'll be okay.
The body is dropped. The police is called. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm bothering this late, but I think there has been a murder.
Have to call the police, Alejandro.
No.
Damn it. Okay, he will not call the police.
There's no reason to.
Wait.
We're supposed to bury her. Right?
Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll bury her.
Sounded an awful lot like the church wanted a hand in it. Shrug.
Troubles.
As long as it's done right.
Oh.
Ow.
Turning toothily.
Don't worry, I can take care of this.
No, it should
Golden.
be a... Oh.
And for what it's worth, I totally forgot to mention it when I brought her in. She is wearing a full-size spearhead just on a chain around her neck, which she is now fiddling, just idly.
So wait, Evan, where did he say he wanted for us to take her?
He just asked you to bring her downstairs into the vestibule, which is basically as you enter Agrabah Nights, there's a small little square room that you hang up your coats in, etc. He just had you bring her down there, and basically he then teleported away with that correspondence, but he took the body with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, took the body with him. Okay.
All right.
Sanitarial wipes for everyone, and start giving sanitarial wipes to the people that help.
That's what I think to do.
Hey. Had to do something, I guess.
I'm going home. Yuki, Liza, I'll see you. I need some hard shit.
Sure.
I'll see you,
Yuki.
Lottie.
Yuki nods.
It was nice meeting you guys. I'm real sorry Eris took us for a spin. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know who you two are. You're Collins, and I don't know your name.
Morgan.
Morgan, thank you. Thank you so much. He's very important. She's just, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a playful finger waggle.
Lottie will go off into the horizon in search of her chantry to find her stash of very hard drugs. His head is an ecstatic morning.
Well, that was great. I can use a drink now.
Yeah. There is a bottle of wine open for you on the counter. William opened one for everyone because if there is a time to drink, it's exactly this fucking time.
You'll notice that Daniela doesn't take a drink, but she just kind of ignores the bottle when she's sitting with you guys.
So,
No, I missed this entire spiel. What happened?
So, I met an angel, the goddess of discord. The angel admitted to saving my life when I was a child. I see a man wearing stigmata and almost bleeding to death. A very fucking powerful chorister. You are pregnant with the Antichrist, and Armageddon is coming.
It's a good thing there are more gods than just the Christian ones, aren't there? Or isn't it? Correction.
There are
Yeah,
all sorts of things out there.
I'm starting to think that the choristers are right. I need to go talk to them.
Toothiest smile.
He just shakes his head.
No, that's just a bad idea.
No, it isn't.
It wasn't their god that saved him.
Oh boy.
Reaches out and boops him on the nose. Still toothy smiling.
He's booped. He's like, nah. Oh, and a goddess almost French kissed me. That did happen.
I mean,
Aren't you lucky?
Aren't I? And he will start drinking from both bottles again.
How did you feel?
I'm gonna be that guy. Alejandro, make me a stamina check.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because
Because because the adrenaline of seeing someone die is gone.
and when he says the
I have three fucking
I've got it.
successes.
Go ahead.
Ha!
When he says,
When he said a goddess almost French kissed me, be like, just be glad it wasn't Grandma Brigitte. She when she kisses, bad things happen.
that's all.
Yeah, how?
She's a Gede. She's the lady of death. Her kiss comes with, well, that sweet release.
Turns a glance over.
Sorry, just a second. Eliza, your phone will bzz, bzz.
What is it now? We'll look at the phone.
It's a text message.
From who is it?
Is a number that you don't recognize.
Okay. Is this
I should-
always a bad idea?
I should open the text message and say, Captain Hoth, we have undergone a preliminary investigation of the Leviathan and believe it is indeed potential to be serviceable again. We're merely wondering which direction you wish to prioritize repairs if you wish them to be prioritized. Yours sincerely, Pinkwell Maxwell. Scotty Beaver.
As soon as I stop dying.
Death is not wise.
No, it's not. She will send him a text in return and say, thank you kindly. What did you say? Maxwell?
Pinkwell Maxwell.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Maxwell. I'm wondering if we could perhaps discuss this in person.
Of course, he will send you a small little PDF attachment of his office hours.
All right, I will visit them one of these days.
Continue.
Yes. Well, she puts her phone away and says, well, okay, yeah, that's fucking. So, Holden. Welcome to Dublin, she says to Collins and Morgan.
Ah, that's right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Means a lot.
You're welcome. Sorry this had to be your first experience?
Nah. I get sent all sorts of weird places with all sorts of weird timing. I'm used to it.
Isn't that just how it goes?
Is
just so.
Like it's the looks over with the like hashtag too real.
And then looks over to the bearded one. And you were gonna introduce yourself, right?
I'm not gonna lie, Morgan's drunk enough. She just kind of sputters into the wine bottle, snickering.
Stephanos is actually currently sorry, it just took me a moment to realize I was being talked to. Stephanos is nose deep in his books. And by books, I don't mean the random books he brought with him. I mean the report that he's been writing, which is now turned into a small novel.
Okay.
Over. Very, very dignified. Daughter is the goddess of war and battle, and she's so pissed she can barely sit up. Dignified.
Yeah. Hey, I am sitting up right now.
Looks over at the.
You're just jealous because I haven't been sharing.
And
not ignoring
up here.
He's just very focused.
Is there a teacup here? Oh, great, ST. He's gonna take the teacup. He's gonna take a teacup. He's gonna pop open his flask, which he's turned to 151, and he's gonna pour it into the teacup, and he's gonna hand it to the bird. I'm sorry.
There, see,
it's nice to be thought of.
I do my best. And we'll look over to Eliza. Well, I thank you for your. Well, he's going to gesture with his right arm, which has a flask in it, while he's holding his left arm over to the bird so the bird can drink. And Collins is in a very nice kind of wool and linen suit. Well, thank you. I appreciate your welcoming. You guys throw one hell of a party. My name's Collins, and you are?
Eliza Hoff, Etherite, the whole shebang.
Oh, you got a whole fancy... Okay. Well, if we're going to go that level...
Oh, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Nah. You were polite enough and kind enough to introduce yourself properly to me, so I feel like I should return the favor. You can call me Collins Saturday. Bata'a.
Have you met with Nightshade yet?
I got off the plane like 4 hours ago. I came here because Daddy wanted to drink. And his eyes kind of like go wide and he tilts his head to the side. Also, ST, has the bird drank the teacup yet?
Yes.
Okay. And he sets his arm down and just kind of like shakes his shoulder like, that's an annoying position to hold the arm.
Morgan will actually grabby hand it and because she can prop it a little easier up by her own shoulder, and she'll put a little bit of the wine in it too.
See, it's nice to be thought of.
I'm sure it is.
Nice to meet you guys.
He waves.
And admittedly, she is not going to sit up because she has found a lounge, and it is the most comfy of ways to lounge. And fuck it, this is very nice and she's not moving. Oh, and
Marvelous.
Morgan Vervena, daughter of the Morgan, esteemed daughter, looks over at the Raven just to see if he's gonna give
I
her
mean,
shit.
we're allowed to say it's esteemed.
I like to think it's very esteemed.
Well, ain't you fancy?
I try. Again, she's like dramatically pitching her head around. Just because that wine, though. Mixing wine and liquor is never a good plan, but she has done it.
Or is it?
And it is very nice to meet everyone. My name is Kelmore.
Hi, Kelmore. Waves.
How'd you do?
He will extend a claw for Eliza to shake.
Let's just shake the claw. It's not the first time something like this has happened.
Oh, I assure you, I am not an anthropomorphic personification of your own inward desires, or that I don't know, some kind of morbid fear of death. I'm just a crow.
I know. Don't worry. I own a cat. She talks.
Excellent. Does she like the taste of sweet, sweet bird?
She's brought in birds before.
Then I will never meet her.
I can see if I can persuade her to not do it, but I won't give you any promises based on that.
I like continued existence. I'm rather good at it.
I wouldn't let a kitty get you. Reaches up and, like, again, kind of slips the fingers up under that first layer of feathers, kind of scruffing at the at his neck.
So, Yuki, how are you?
I am very overwhelmed. I would really like a cup of tea and a bowl of soup.
She's had a day.
I can get you the tea. So, what were you saying as she hops behind the bar, starts making some tea? So, what were you saying about not remembering anything?
I don't remember anything after I went into stasis.
Okay.
I woke up alone at a bus station.
Okay. So, I'm going to fill you in. Right?
Okay.
You ready? You might want to sit down.
She sits down and gets comfortable as she can.
What kind of tea do you want?
Ceylon.
Green tea?
Allow
Green
me.
tea.
Allow me. And he just pass.
No, my tea, my rules.
Look,
My tea, my rules.
you are not British enough for this, lady.
Green tea
Excuse
is
you.
fine. Thank you, Eliza.
Eliza has a thick British accent. You fuck.
Oh, then you might know William's accent. It's London town accent.
It's so this
He will
point,
give you the Brit stare and make
Hang on. Kevin, do the doggy thing.
So at this point, Kevin walks back in, rights the table he flipped over, looks under it, picks up a red cloth, looks at the group and says, "Forgot my tie," and walks back out.
Danielle would just say, "See you, Kevin."
I recommend soda water for cleaning the blood. He's gone.
Hi, bye. Booze? Booze. You should booze.
I don't know. Here you go. Have some tea.
Finally leans over again. No, I'm pretty serious. I think I like him the best. He's funny.
So the thing that happened, we put you in the pot. You remember why, right?
Yes. And I assume I'm fine because I haven't been killed out of existence.
Well, let me just check. And she puts on one of her goggles and checks with Prime Sight.
Yep, it is gone.
Well, you've been.
However,
here.
I will point out the child or the other entity also has a blindingly powerful prime signature.
Ugh. Ow, that's a strong E for resonance. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I can believe you've made it with an entity. Okay, so after you went to the pot, we managed to repair the engine after something was dumped into it. It's a bit of a long story. Do you want the full version or the short version?
Short, please.
Okay, so something was dumped into the engine to make it work. To power it back up. Met up with the other group. Went to bridge control. We eventually managed to wrestle control, to wrestle our way onto the bridge. Repair. Not everything, but enough. The Leviathan is now ours. Well, specifically, it's mine.
So the mission succeeded.
Yes. You show back up.
I just choose to point out Daniela will feel ways.
Daniela just kind of. You can. She just does this.
Which is why she did the. Yes. So, last time you showed up, just a bit before you showed up, some guy named Commander Jovic from Hovak.
Mm-hmm.
Hovak showed up from Iteration X and was putting a gun right next to your stasis tube. So, and he was threatening either your life or our surrender. He later on showed that there was nobody in the tube. You were already gone.
Stephanos has stopped writing.
Go on.
So, you later showed up on bridge, and after a really hard...
People like to roll P and E on Eliza.
Oh, wait! I have mine set up. Can I just?
I have
see if
mind
it's
shield.
Oh, yeah, you have mind shield. Okay, fair enough. I'll do the good old P&E.
All right, so
Oh, I got 4 successes.
Okay.
give me a second. Need to look at a thing.
What did Eliza just say, Max?
Eliza said the tube was empty, and then she said, "Later on, you showed up." Like she skipped an entire section, and Daniela knows it.
Yeah, Danielle will just kind of look at Eliza like, I think you should tell her the rest of that.
Short version. Short version, not full version.
Tell me the rest of what?
Do you want the short version or the long version?
I'd like to know what you're not telling me.
I would
Not
like to
telling you a
know.
lot because
I
you've
would-
asked for the short version. If you had asked for the full version, I can give you the full version.
I would like to know where Windrate died.
3 successes on my P&E.
He is dodging around topics like a mofo.
And Stephanos is literally just glaring daggers right now.
I love Stephanos. Grrr.
Let's just let's just
Like Daniela, you feel a little bit of heat coming off of him. Oppressive aura.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh.
I don't think, out of character, I don't think I remember Rinraid's name because he popped Arcane.
The problem is that
Arcane
none of
at
us
the
remember.
end of the scene.
Well, yeah, but he still
Right before I
disappeared.
exploded.
So if he popped Arcane, I'm not going to be able to remember his name.
Nope.
No, it doesn't work that way in this game. They changed it.
No, that is exactly how they work. You pop it, and then after that point, you can't remember anything. However, interestingly enough, what you can remember, because I went through and I checked this in the thing because I had to make sure of this. He started to move before he popped Arcane. He was sliding across the floor as he popped it. So you can remember him sliding across the room, and then someone teleported the bomb away.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
Okay.
not going to like
okay.
this.
So I can.
I'm
I
not
can,
going to like this.
I can put 2 and 2 together at that point.
Realistically, yes. Myself and Austin have discussed why he did it, but for thematic purposes, it is better for you to be able to explain how things happened. I feel so. Yes, essentially.
Okay. Okay, Yuki. Do you want the full version or the short version?
I want the version that includes everything you're trying to hide from me.
So you're saying you want the full version?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You're getting the full version.
Swigs back bottle.
Backtracking to the stasis pod.
Refills the teacup for the raven.
Do you
Continues
remember
to pop
Dr.
it.
K?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember how we promised to keep her safe? Because she was probably put on a technocrat war list. Or just talking to us.
Yes.
Okay, good. Precious. When and her voice kind of starts to tremble at that point. When Shovek showed us that your tube was empty, he told us that Dr. K was already put on a casualty of war list.
Just a quick point, Max. He hadn't actually shown the tube was empty at that point. From
Oh,
your point of
okay.
view, he was still playing on the bluff.
Yeah, no, okay. So, before that, he informed us that Dr. K was already put on a casualty of war list, and that she was basically considered dead by the technocracy and would not be retrieved. Sketch snapped and stuck his knife in her throat.
Stephanos,
Angry twitching.
I was going to say, because you were also very verbal on the "you will be safe" thing. I actually checked this in the scene.
I'm sorry, Captain, but the big burly man is not apparently agreeing with you. Weavers.
Stephanos, the desk you are sitting at will turn to dust under your hands.
He doesn't even notice.
Yeah,
Oh.
Due to matter strangeness, basically.
he's basically not really agreeing with you, Captain.
Well, he cannot agree with me. He wants stuff to happen.
Stephanos, what's wrong?
So far, they're explaining it. But I still don't see why it happened.
Yuki, anyone looking at Yuki,
Yuki?
both her hands are covering her mouth and tears are just streaming down her face.
Oh no.
There's more. You'd like to know.
She nods.
She pulls out her tablet.
Max, am I going to have to describe certain things that people are going to see on said tablet?
Well, not on said tablet, because she's going to enlarge it and project it into the air.
Okay.
Oh,
For those of you who met Dr. Kurditsov, she was a woman who appeared to be in like her early 30s. You see a picture of Dr. Kurditsov with a young girl who has the same hair color and looks rather like her.
Yeah, Daniela feels ways. Sorry.
You could probably assume that's her daughter. She will then flick to an image. She'll then flick to an image of her on her wedding day and the smiling, happy faces. Then they will flick to a picture of people who are clearly her parents. Once again, smiling, happy faces. There will be at least 20 images like this that Eliza will flick through.
Fun times, right? The Ascension War. And she puts the tablet away.
who was that woman?
Dr. Koitzensen, progenitor of the technocracy.
Oh.
And Stephanus, you said she was willing to join us, right?
Oh.
She was assured by more than one of us that she was safe and had already agreed to join the traditions.
Oh. So
She had
you
not
actually
agreed to join the traditions. She did, however, agree to accompany us while we were on board with the Leviathan.
No,
you got a progenitors to help us. A progenitor.
Eyebrow up.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that?
Save your life, Yuki.
No, I don't have any kind of problem with that. It's like amazing that people is defecting to us.
Well, that would be defecting if she wasn't murdered.
Everybody, be quiet.
Evan, because I distinctly remember her saying that she didn't want to join the traditions.
She was okay. I will clarify a point here. You convinced her to come with you. You convinced her that her life was in danger. You said that you would help her. You said that you would keep her safe. As to joining the traditions, well, you will never know if she would have done. But the thing that we were very verbal on was we will keep you safe. We will not let anything bad happen to you.
Yep. And she had no intention of rejoining the technocracy.
She was afraid of her. She was afraid of her life, of the technocracy at that point. Her own overseer basically kind of said, "You're talking to the okay." So yes,
for all intents and purposes, she was an asylum seeker.
Yes.
Yep. Which is why Eliza's so fucking pissed.
How much did you tell him?
What? Did I tell who?
Did you tell Sketch?
Was not there.
Of course I told Sketch.
I
showed him all of these images.
Did he know we promised to keep her safe and she wasn't going to go back to them? Did he know that she made the thing that infected me?
I feel like the other important question is, did he believe it?
We did tell him. We announced this to the rest of the group. Whether or not people believed us is up to them.
I remember, yeah. I think he was there to listen on that.
At this point, Stephanos just gets up and is like, he's grabbing his notes and he says, he is basically, if you've ever seen someone who's like super pissed and just like grabbing all their shit and walking out the door, this is what's happening. Grabs his shit, stuffs it in the bag while talking. Even if she had decided, sorry, how to phrase this? Ruining moment, sorry. It boils down to, even if she had
Even if she was a prisoner of war and had surrendered only temporarily into our custody, we had assured her she would be safe. And he killed her.
Oh,
I know.
Did he promise that?
Ketch did not make this promise, but myself and Stephanos did.
The Raven will look at you and he'll say, "So, you made a covenant.
I did, and I failed.
Then why is it that this man is still walking around?" I'm not saying that. No.
I don't know. Hey. I feel like Devil Baby is punishment enough.
Well, no, but like, listen to me. Okay, this is important, and consider this lesson 101. Because if I'm meant to be teaching you the things, so I know the technocracy are the bad guys. I understand this. They're the bad guys. But if your word means nothing, regardless of anything else, words have power. So you promised this woman you would keep her safe. You swore that bonding oath. One way or the other, whether you can enforce it or not, you gave your word. This person violated that and essentially caused you to break your word.
The man in the suit just kind of points to the bird.
Where, yes. But didn't it still fall on them and not him?
But also looks at the bird. This is a person who's part of a faction who wants to see all of us eradicated, from what I've heard, from my experience.
And Glassbow William actually will raise a finger because VA Lord won. If this is the way you treat defectors, it only doesn't spoke bad on the man who, stabbed the woman on the neck. It speaks bad of everyone who's here because, surprise, surprise, the VA were part of the technocracy and we defected to you guys for freedom and not murder.
Wait, what?
I mean, the not murder part doesn't really work out, but I get your point.
I must make it my policy to not take hostages. Shrug.
Oh no, but Morgan, the bird will hop down and he'll look at you and he'll say, "I know you're drastically inebriated, so try and follow the simple logic."
Points at the bird accusingly, like does the little points at her own eyes, points at the bird's eyes,
the bird will very casually, using its beak, adjust your finger so you're actually pointing at it because you were about 2 inches off prior to that.
Thank you.
The crow
just gonna look over and go, "I love your bird. I'm gonna get him drunk more often."
The irony is it reaches out and corrects the finger and she's like, "Thank you."
The crow just called you drunk.
One thing that I will tell you, and this is important. Now, I want you to listen, and I know that you're drunk, and I know that you mightn't, but please listen.
Just tell me again tomorrow after I can hear again.
That is fair.
Also tell me now because I like arguing with the.
Your word is sacred. Everyone's word is. It is the reflection of yourself made manifest. Never break your word, because then you are an oath breaker. Then you break promises. Promises are so important.
That's why I don't make promises I can't keep.
Exactly. But if someone forces you to break your word, then they have forced you to forfeit your honor. You must reclaim your honor.
Sounds like someone needs to fight in the waterfalls of Wakanda.
Right?
He will look at Eliza and he will say, the bird kind of cocks its head. He will fly up and he'll perch on a table that's right next to Eliza, and he'll kind of floof his feathers and he'll say, "I sense that you're an honorable person, and I sense that this hurts you deeply, because you seem like I haven't seen you very much, but he'll kind of glance around the room. Everyone seems to gravitate towards you as the leader, if you've noticed."
No.
Really? You're allowed to deny it, but it doesn't make it any less true. But my response is, and he'll look at you and he'll say, was what happened right?
No.
And what are the consequences of wrongdoing that have caused you to be in forfeiture of your word?
I don't know yet. I
You
don't
are helping too much. Points.
Fine, I'm gonna go get drunk.
And he will actually give a
What do you
little
want?
shot of tequila and put it in front of him.
Right.
You're welcome.
He will, the bird will be quiet, but he will say, as I said, your word is important. It will be what you are known for, and it will be the weight upon which your word, and it will be the weight upon which your ideas, your philosophical perspectives, and what it will be the opinion upon which you are weighed.
Honestly, the only idea I have so far for punishment is to let Skesh confront her family. I don't know how well that's gonna go.
That's not a good idea, Liza.
We're so far past good ideas.
So, what kept happening after he murdered the ex technocrat?
Oh well, and she puts the tablet away. Good that you ask. After she did so, the ship's master AI, Aegis, started to see us as an enemy because we hurt a member of the Leviathan's crew. And so, Aegis tried to kill us. Windrate plugged himself into the ship and started fighting against her while I started to repair the captain's seat that has the master control in it.
Wait. You're telling me that Windrate when
I'm not done.
Okay, keep going, please.
Just let her finish.
Windrate managed to beat back a motherfucking cruiser class AI, which I've never even heard of. And so the chair was repaired, I sat in it, and I was crowned captain of the ship. Hurrah. We had a couple of choices. Not much, because lo and behold, above us were two technocratic spaceships. So we couldn't really do much. We were just kind of struggling until Daniela over there remembered that she had possession of another AI called Eidolon.
Oh.
Which saved our fucking buttholes.
Scarret gave him to me.
Yeah, oh shit.
Who's Scariot?
Iscariot is a member of the VAs.
Okay, keep going.
Windrate managed to plug in Eidolon and assist Eidolon with the process of keeping out Aegis and giving us some semblance of control over the ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's at this point where everybody's favorite hollow one comes in, Gravedigger. Gravedigger's the one that transported us to the Umbral, to the Aether Realms, to the Umbra, basically. And he came in flying on a burning pirate ship with a captain's hat and started to strafe one of the one of the technocratic ships, pulling one of them away. We still had to deal with one of them, and we were kind of distracted. Especially until a certain point, and she gestures to Yuki. You appeared again. But you weren't you. You had a heart-to-heart with Sketch.
Oh.
A real heart-to-heart with Sketch. Until Danielle and Sketch managed to find something weird pinging from the back of the neck of, or whatever, from the brain. That was whatever, who that was, what that was. So I eventually managed to figure out that she was a link, data link to a ship. One of the ships. So what happens when the Technocratic Union gets a data link on board of an enemy ship?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, they quantum shifted a rather large bomb
Oh no.
on the bridge. And it was counting down. Winray was busy fighting off a murderous AI. So I was gonna try and disable the bomb. Sketch told everybody to get out. Things needed to be saved, and there was not enough time. So much so that he took me away from the bomb. And at the very last moment, I realized this was not a bomb. As everybody was running away from the bridge. It wasn't a bomb, no. No, it was something much worse. It was a really, really strong EMP.
And William Joe just drops. So they planted an EMP on a ship in the Umbra.
Mm-hmm.
Fuckers.
It wasn't going to get blown out of the Umbra. It was just going to be deactivated. Utterly.
Yeah.
At which point the ship above us would bombard us until we were dead.
Yep.
I remember Winrate unplugging himself from the ship, sliding over to the bomb, and then it was probably him that quantum shifted the EMP to somewhere with himself.
And the kettle that was on William's hands just drops to the ground. Right, so he... Okay.
So wait, hang on. May I ask a question?
Sure.
What do you mean when you say he got you away from the bomb?
No, he didn't get us away from the bomb. He got himself and the bomb away from us.
You said that the sketch guy, the aforementioned causing a booth breaking, got you away from it. How did they do that?
He tried to grab me and threw me away.
While you're defusing the bomb, right? That's what you're trying to do.
When I was about to start trying, at least.
So I see where the bird is going, and I'm the new one, so anyone can tell me here to shut the fuck up on this. I will take everyone's words for it. How cool are you with Sketch after this? Because that sounds like fucking treason.
Well, no, come on. Okay. I would like to point out, let us be fair. I'm sorry, your name was Hoth, right?
Yeah, that's my last name.
Well, is it Dr. Hoth? Like, what do you like to be called?
Just call me Eliza.
Eliza, can I ask a question?
I'm guessing you're just going to ask the question whether or not I say yes or no.
I'm just curious. Was it within your capabilities to disarm this bomb? Could you do it?
I have no idea.
That's a fair answer. So ultimately, the question becomes: if you could have done it, then there is the possibility you would have failed, and there is the possibility you would have succeeded. So ultimately, the outcome still remains in a gray area.
Let's also not forget that this was a very heavy, not even a moment, just this entire period was extremely heavy with clouded minds, heavy emotions, strong feelings, whatever the fuck.
Pokes the
People
bird.
fuck up.
You're very
What they
invested in story time.
I'm trying to understand. And for the record, as you poke the bird, he does that thing that birds do where they kind of fall, like, he doesn't fall over, but he kind of hops on his leg to regain his balance.
If you're that curious, you can ask him too and have both sides. Be fair. Yeah, that's right, Grumble Grumble. I see you. She actually, she is wasted. So she actually, like, considering the raven is probably on her blind side, like, actually tips her head around and, like, picks up the eye patch a bit, like, as if to side-eye him with her blind side.
Hello.
Watching you.
Continue, Eliza, please.
Oh, well, alright. So, at this point, Windraid's no longer on the board of the ship. Eidolon doesn't have enough power to hold back Aegis, so we had to convert all possible and remaining power towards Eidolon in order to make sure that the AI doesn't fucking kill us.
Yep.
So we don't have shields. We don't have weapons. We have a barely functioning engine. And we try to make our escape from a technocratic ship that is bombarding us. At which point, a communication line towards the Ephronaut fleet was finally managed to be established. And I asked for help.
Oh, okay.
2 ships managed to chase off the last ship, with presumably you on board. And she once again gestures to Yuki.
She nods.
So. And we got away. That's the full story. Aren't you glad you asked for it?
Yes.
Okay, now you can ask questions. And she looks at Glasspaw, at William.
Okay. Windraid teleported himself away with the MP blast, and he's probably dead because either he did not have enough power to poof and repoof. Probably the EMP blast, if he had some hyper on his brain, freeze him, and he's either catatonic or horribly mangled without possibility to be plugged in on even fucking space. Or he's just thoroughly dead.
I don't know.
And for all useful mean, my faction lost its leader. Thank you. Now
Thank you.
Now we, oh shit, now we default on Jinx. And he just clears a little bit of space on the counter, takes out a handkerchief, cleans it up, bang his head twice on there, cleans his forehead. Right. Right, so you got Yuki back. Keep all of you alive here. And now she's pregnant with the devil.
I don't think you followed the story. Not all of us are here back alive.
Yeah, sorry. Some of you are here back live.
And what do you mean with thank you?
Don't worry, it's sarcastically.
I told my story.
Yeah,
You tell yours.
don't worry. Fine. A lot of virtual adepts have been disappearing. My master disappeared, and since Winrate was the head of the Aetherites in Dublin, I hope
Aetherites?
he had... I'm sorry, virtual adepts, I'm sorry. He was the head of the virtual adepts in Dublin. I hope he had some knowledge about where fucking Tattletale is gone after so many years. And he will take a deep breath, let it go. But now he's dead and I'm on square zero again.
Liza,
Yes?
can I borrow some money?
What are you going to do with it?
I have to go find Sketch.
Oh boy. Here, have a 50.
Thank you. And Yuki will take it, and she leaves, and she is barely holding back tears.
Just for the record, Yuki, I'm watching you. Not out of maliciousness, but because I have to.
She waves to Liza and disappears into the night.
As it's getting quite late here and the scene's been going on for a while, I'm going to cut it here because I can't actually be awake for too much longer. So thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. This has been Another Scene in Darkness in Dublin, where obey the bird. That is all.